All right, guys, we're back. First picks. We took a little bit of an intermission, but we're back. We're rolling. You know what I'm saying? The grind don't stop. Your boy Creme de la Dems here, aka no longer the I had the word in my mind. The teacher, the substitute teacher. Yeah, no longer the substitute teacher.
I think
I'm the teacher now. You know what I'm saying? I am the teacher now.
He got his degree in that.
Yeah, we're here. Get me? I'm here with more of the bunch. We're gonna go from my right to my left. Yeah.
No, I say go left first.
Go left?
Yeah.
Crazy. We'll go from our left to our right. All right. Realist has spoken.
Come on.
We got Jabs. Jabs is here today. Jabs the last
I'm
king.
back for my second app.
Get comfy.
Back for his second ep, aka his first ep. You know what I mean? But it's all right.
Why did you look so tense?
Yeah.
Brother, ease up.
You lot won yesterday, bro.
I know I'm eased up. I'm calm.
No. Come on, it's only right.
Cruise control.
It's only right. Next to him,
You got Khalid
aka.
Khalid McKnight.
Oh wow, he called it himself. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. How you doing today? You right? Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, man. I'm okay, man.
All right. I don't know from your voice whether you're depressed about yesterday or if you just.
I'm in two minds at the moment. I'm happy in general, but obviously United fucking with my mental. So
I'm all convinced to be optimistic by the end of the show. I guarantee it.
hopefully,
I hear
man.
it still. All right, and on my right, we got
Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed Salah. How you doing today? You all right?
Outside, man. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Napoli, what's happening?
Yeah, no, it didn't go well. Obviously, title defense isn't starting the best, but it is what it is. I was at the Arsenal game yesterday.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. I was sitting right there when Havertz scuffed that shot from 2 yards out. I was like threatening.
That was shocking.
It was a
Brazy.
mad thing, but yeah.
Brazy.
it's
And
decent still.
last but not least, we got.
I really reels. I'm back outside, man.
Fairs.
Yeah.
Not
That's
with
it.
3 points.
You ain't got the hat on today.
Nah, no, nothing, man.
Barber's in the country every tang.
I can't lie. Fun fact: I snaked my barber.
Did you?
Yeah, you need to keep
know what?
doing that because he's giving
What?
he's giving you a sharp one still. You need
This
to
trim
keep.
was done a week and a half ago.
And it's,
I don't
and
believe
it's
you're
still.
lying.
I don't believe that.
Still fresh though.
You gotta say alhamdulillah.
I don't know
bro,
if you're mixing up the days or.
Nah, literally, it was a week and a half ago. A week and a
All right,
half
I'll
ago.
take it away from it.
Say no
Fairs.
more,
Come
say no
on.
more, say
I'll
no
take
more.
it away from
Nah,
it.
it's
You got some good genes, man.
You might have to stick with this guy still.
Now you know. I don't know how I feel, man. I feel like a op.
Right.
Well, I feel like. Have you ever? It feels like I just cheated on my baby mum or something, man. My
Crazy.
barber, I've had
You
it for how
definitely
many
ain't got a
years?
baby mum. All right.
Crazy.
But I mean, I've done it in the past. Not
What,
cheated
cheat on your baby
mum.
mum? Come on.
No, I've cheated on my barber.
Oh, okay.
And to be fair, I've moved from barber to barber in certain circumstances, just like that.
No, you can't. This
Sometimes
Nah, I
the
can't,
guy you go
bro.
to
Yeah.
gives you a better trim. What are you supposed to do?
This is like the second breath I ever cut my hair.
No, but he's trying to buy your. You get me? He's trying to buy your subscription. That's why he's giving you a wavy trim. That guy that you cheated on with.
Yeah.
He's trying to get you to. You get me?
You
Make
reckon?
the move. Yeah, he's trying to get you to move from Apple Music to Spotify. He's trying to get you.
And then what? The subscription goes down as soon as you sign up.
As soon as you sign up, then it goes
Am I-
back to
am I
the
the only
regular,
one?
regular.
Second, third trim, he's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Man's on the phone and
obviously, I ain't got a
Yeah,
trim.
you know
recently,
the
He's on the
but-
phone.
you got the AirPods in.
AirPod in.
Hey, well, depending on what country they're from.
No, but he's still,
telling you.
yeah, no, he's one of his man. He's one of his man still.
Oh, so, okay.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Shout out them, man.
He's in Jamaica half the year. He's in Jamaica half the
you
year.
gotta
Still.
cheat still.
It's mad still. You got to do what you got to do, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But anyway, all right, cool. So it's been eventful so far in the Premier League, like the last few weeks and that. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, we got the new layout. It's been a few weeks since we've, you know what I mean, since you've seen our faces on the screen.
Hopefully, this isn't the layout for the foreseeable future, though.
I
It's a
mean,
little bit of a mistake from little. You know what I'm trying to say.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what we
Yeah,
do?
so we ain't gonna say no names.
We're not gonna
Let
point no
the-
fingers.
I
What we're
lie.
gonna do is
No name still.
I leave a comment.
Guilty conscience.
Either we keep this set up how it is right now,
Guilty conscience
or we
right
go back to the shitty tables.
yeah.
Let us
Oh,
know.
Let us know.
You see the way I done that?
yeah. So it was premeditated. All right.
He wanted the comfy
Yeah,
chairs.
no,
I
he
see
wants
it.
the
I see
comfy
it. I
chairs,
see it. I
innit?
see it.
This is my hand, bro.
But yeah, look, obviously,
lie.
let's see in it. Let's see what the people think. I mean, I don't think it's really the best when you're talking football and that. But at the same time, you lot probably look comfortable. So
No.
That's a
Do
bit
you know
of
what it is?
balance.
This feels bare podcast vibes. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
when you're out here
Yeah.
talking about like religion and them and like the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no,
life,
100%.
Life conversations. You know what I'm trying to say? University and that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's a bit.
That's
I
crazy.
feel like
I'm not
touched on
trying
a
to.
lot of
I'm not
topics.
trying to talk about the main. I'm not trying to even mention the main ones that they talk about on every podcast and that. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to say just like live podcast, innit? That that kind of chill kind of vibes.
Yeah,
Football, you're
yeah,
meant to be like. I'm trying to say intense, back and forth, tennis and that.
No, I hear it still. I hear it. I mean, we'll see what happens, how we do it going forward and that. But obviously, your feedback will be, well appreciated on that, innit? So yeah, where should we start? Should we start with the big game yesterday then? Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah?
can start in general.
Salad, you said you were there.
Yeah, still.
What was your take from the crowd?
I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very surprised. Like the Emirates was rocking from start to finish. Like maybe it's because it was a massive game and that, and they're really excited for the game because of their summer signings that they think they're gonna win the league and that. But like it was the atmosphere was incredible still. Like really, really enjoyable game of football.
It did sound from the TV and
Yeah,
that,
no,
it
it
did
was
sound like
incredible. Like
it was
you
bumping.
could hear it because I was like 3 minutes late to the game. You could hear it from the train station. And that.
Quay.
Like, it was really good. Atmosphere was incredible.
I mean,
Good game of football as well, like to go to. It's a good game of football to watch. You feel me?
Yeah.
yeah, no, 100%. I mean, obviously from I don't know if we can call you a neutral, right? You are a neutral, but I don't know. I think
Slight
there's
United
doubts
bias.
in the room.
Slight United
but
bias.
He's a Chelsea boy. at
What
heart.
was your take on the actual game itself?
He's a Chelsea
I
boy.
like
at
it, man.
heart.
That ship so time ago.
What was your take on the actual like the game itself?
Do you know what it is? All week, Ten Hag was talking about where the responsibilities lied for the lack of like Casemiro being isolated and all the gaps and stuff like that. And that was something that you could visibly see had improved. Like Man United looked very, very compact on the ball. And when they were counter-attacking, they expanded in. I mean, that's how football works, innit? You try to be compact and you open up when you have the ball at your feet. And Man United looked good. They were the more dangerous side for the majority of the game because they had control all of the time. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, when they had the ball when they wanted to have the ball. And when Arsenal had the ball, it wasn't really threatening too much. Yeah, everyone can say, Martinelli had all of these runs into the box and passes into the final third, but he didn't really do much with it. So no, I think Man United played really well. Obviously, Arsenal got the points at the end of the day, but there's a lot to be satisfied with if you're a Man United fan. You feel me? Because
I don't think so, man.
I think there's quite a few positives.
I'm not
to be
even
fair.
satisfied.
Because think if you look at all the key injuries that you guys currently have, right? And then on top of that, the last 25 minutes, 30 minutes from Rasmus Hojlund was very, very optimistic as well.
100%.
So if you can incorporate him and the rest of your team when everyone's healthy, there's a lot of positives going forward because you can see the differences that Ten Hag is implementing from week to week. You can see the visible improvements every week. Does that make sense?
I don't know. For me, I'm obviously dissatisfied because we lost. So maybe I'm being a bit harsh on them. But from the game that I saw, I felt Ten Hag set up correct in terms of the back four and the goalkeeper. Obviously, Arsenal love to press, so he played two ball playing.
They stopped pressing after 12 minutes, by the way.
Yeah. There's no point.
Onana was walking to the halfway line. They couldn't get near him.
Season game, bro.
Yeah.
They couldn't get near
Was
him.
it me?
I think they paid Onana a lot of respect.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was by design or if it was.
I don't want to hear that by design stuff because in the first 10-15 minutes, because I was sitting behind Onana.
Yeah, they tried to press him
as much as possible.
Yeah.
Nketiah's going full speed. Havertz is going. Martinelli's coming. They stopped because they couldn't do it anymore.
I'm not gonna lie,
You know what I'm trying to
making
say.
people look
Even the
stupid,
reaction
bro.
from the crowd when the game started, press him, get off him. Afterwards, like the reaction just changed completely. You know what I'm trying to say. You literally can't press him, and it adds a whole new dynamic to your game. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, obviously
He's ridiculously good.
They
bro.
said in the first half alone, his completed passes was as many as four of David De Gea's, like only 4 of David De Gea's career games for Man United had more completed passes than Onana in that first half.
Yeah.
So obviously, it just goes to show how dangerous he is with the ball.
He's ridiculous. Like, he's comfortable left foot, right foot. You can fizz it into him anyway, chest, knee, whatever. Like he's so competent on the ball, fam. It's ridiculous.
I think Ten Hag did set up correct. I think Lindelof and Martinez was a very smart idea. They're both competent on the ball. Dalot was fantastic all game. I just feel like going forward is our biggest problem. So you said counter-attacking, we look good. I felt like we was poor counter-attacking, whereas we had one shot on target. Like, I think for the whole game, we had one shot on target. I think we had 2 shots on goal at half time, maybe, or like by 60th minute. I feel like sometimes, obviously, it's not clicking in that final third. Bruno was off it by a mile. Anthony, I think...
even that's debatable. Because if Bruno being off it by a mile...
No, I mean, like final third. So
not of course, but if Martial finishes that chance where Ramsdale saved it, that's a Bruno assist. We're not saying that anymore.
But yeah, but that's
even in Bruno's worst game, he's creating 3-4 chances.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. Like for me, that's our biggest issue. It's progressing on the pitch. It's like getting the ball from our midfielders and then counter-attacking and making a dangerous attack and where we need to be. Like, when I watched Arsenal's patterns of play, I can still see they're a superior team to us from the way they play, they build up play. For instance, they use their fullback, they use the extra man, they wait, they hold the ball. Like, these are things that I still can't see United doing in that final third. Everything looks rushed. the final pass is poor. The crosses are not going in. There's no overlap happening. Like, these are things that I kind of want to see United doing. Like, you're right, we have improved. Ten Hag has definitely improved us in terms of retaining the ball, and you can see we can play out from the back. But now let's get that composure in the final third. Guys making third man runs, guys pulling up, like fullbacks overlapping. Like, we still don't have that quality, and that's the difference between us and the big teams.
It's very difficult to do that when you've got so many moving parts. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And also, it's only 1 year in.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I'm not saying
it takes a
it's
long
gonna
time
take
to develop, and it's difficult because one of your main threats going forward, a lot of the time, that's making that third man run and that's maybe inverting into the midfield is Luke Shaw. He does, like, he's very good with the ball and he does that a lot. When he's now not in your team, like, you struggle a lot. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It does have a part to play when you have missing players.
So
100%.
there's a lot of variables. That's what I'm saying. There's a cause for optimism.
But they were off it by a mile.
But you know
Yeah,
what?
no, we were off it.
Arsenal
This
were
is a
off it
bit
by a
like
mile.
You need to take credit
We
for that for
played
themselves.
bad,
It's
bro.
because they were off it because of how
But
you
if-
lot set up. Though.
I'll be honest, if Partey plays, it's a very different game.
But do you know what it
He
is? I feel like
absolutely finished us last year.
I feel like this is what went wrong for Man United beginning to this.
Exactly, like
Jabril,
me,
like
to be honest-
from an Arsenal perspective, how did you see the game?
You know, I'm trying to hear that shit.
Me,
Bro.
to be honest, I wasn't even gassed about the 3 points.
No, but in
Like,
terms of like
in terms of the game, we didn't play great.
Yeah.
First half, there was flashes of moments and that, but in terms of the whole game, we didn't really play football, bro. Like everything was like it weren't fluid. There was mistakes. Saliba running into midfield, getting caught out. You know what I'm saying? United had a lot of chances as well in the second half, but in terms of our game, it wasn't really great. Like the whole season hasn't.
But don't
been
United deserve credit for that though?
Yeah, they
for
do.
Them setting up the way they did to break it
We
all up
had to go and get the
disrupt
ball.
your patterns of play.
We
But
had to go
that's
and
the
get-
minimum though. That's
Of
what you
course.
have to
No,
do.
no,
You
of
have to
course,
go
of
to
course,
you
of
have
course.
to go to Emirates and you have to be able to get in their faces and show them that you're not meaty squad, like you're not dead. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what I expect. But we did that. And I'm not gonna applaud them for stuff that they should be doing.
fair enough.
We need to
Exactly.
go
No.
out there now and start putting the ball into the back of the net. Start playing like we're a top 4 side. Do you get it? Because Arsenal, true, they challenged for the title last year, but they're a team that we're going to be battling for the top 4. Nonetheless, we need to show out and start. Like, I don't know. I expected more.
No, I agree
Maybe
with
I'm
you on that
confident
one.
United.
Like, to be honest, this season, it's not as fluid as it was last year. Like last year, we started off flying all colours. Do you know what I'm
That
saying?
was never going to happen again though.
Do you think it's the
but you
element
know
of
what it is?
surprise?
We've added Rice, we've added Timber, we've added who's the last player?
Kai
Havertz.
Yeah.
So we've added to
Yeah,
the
I
squad.
like it. Forgot about him. Yeah, forgot the name.
You want to bring
yeah.
him up?
No, big man thing, bro. That guy's ass. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, like we added these 3 players, yeah. We're thinking we're going to improve. You know what I'm saying? Rice, Partey might work together. Do you know what I'm saying? But Arteta is forcing Havertz into the team. I feel like that's the reason why everything's not fluid. He's not a number 8. He's more of an attacker, and everything's just gone like we're gonna have to start again. Do you know what I'm saying?
You lot just need to go back to basics.
Back to basics.
I think
bro.
you did
Forcing
kind of go
Partey-
back to basics
No,
yesterday.
Jorginho on
no,
the pitch.
yesterday
Yeah.
we did, but Havertz is not an 8, bro. His passing is bad. His awareness, especially. You saw the mistake leading to the goal. The guy's
To be
not
fair,
aware
I
of
will-
what he's
I will-
doing.
I will come into the
Lazy
defense of
passing as
Havertz.
well.
I
honest with you.
don't think it's a mistake, bro. It's just a misplaced
it
pass.
was-
People misplace passes all the
No,
time.
No,
You
but
can
one of
misplace
the
passes,
golden
bro.
rules in football is don't play it square when
Exactly.
don't play it across the
Yeah,
pitch.
but
Like,
lethargic,
But this
bro.
was like Arsenal had a sustained I think they took a shot. It came back out. It's trying to pop it across.
Yeah.
It's not like you're passing
I don't know what
across
it is.
your own box. You
I
know
don't
what I'm
have
saying?
a personal agenda against Havertz, yeah. But it's just, yes, you're a nonchalant player, yeah. But you have to, the least you got to do is like be urgent and be like, do you know what I'm saying? On your toes, stuff like that.
I do
His
feel
body
bad for him
language and
because it's
stuff.
definitely a confidence thing, bro. Like
I can't
it's definitely a confidence.
We gotta be
can't
honest
start
though,
giving
man.
him too much
It's not
credit,
working
wallahi.
right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder can see it's not working right
Yeah,
now.
it's not working.
Like,
It's not number 8.
Eventually, he's gonna get to a point where he might need to pull him out of the firing line.
How long?
I would have
I'm not
taken
gonna
him
lie.
away.
Arteta's a very
Very stubborn guy, very stubborn
guy.
fam.
Stubborn.
He
Very
will
stubborn
force
guy.
him into that team, bro.
I mean,
He'll take
no,
out
but you've
Odegaard's
seen
ball,
stuff
take
like
out
that
Havertz.
work though.
Injuries
Other
can take
way.
away from you.
He put Ben
Do you know
White
what I'm
right
saying?
back.
Injuries can take that luxury away from you. Like he had to go back to basics because if he didn't go back to basics,
Partey would've
now
started
it's
right back.
no. Even with the Partey injury, he had to go to basics because then it's yo, did you and Gabriel have a mad problem or something like that?
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
Gabriel played all preseason. That's what you're forgetting. He played the Community Shield. So
he did.
the first game of the season to change your
Benched.
system and up
Yeah.
and just change everything. Gabriel sits on the bench, who was playing for you all season last season.
When
Don't
we
really
lost
make
the league
sense.
by 5 points, like,
It don't really make sense.
Yeah.
So he had to go back to basics yesterday, and it's good that he did. Obviously, the Partey injury, we don't know whether he
Even
would
you
have
lot,
if they- if
Gabriel
that was the
Jesus.
case.
Gabriel Jesus, that's a big loss. You saw what happened when he came on. Like he caused us absolute.
Yeah, but
problems.
I'm annoyed with Diogo Dalot though, man. I feel like I knew sitting
That he was
on my
cutting in,
couch
that
that Gabriel
was
Jesus was going to cut
cutting
in.
in.
I
No,
knew
but
it.
I feel like that's harsh because I feel like he was your best player that whole game.
No,
Yeah.
that whole night.
I'm saying in that
No,
moment.
he was.
No,
No,
he
I'm not
did.
gonna lie.
At that
He had
moment-
Saka a lot,
Yeah,
man.
I don't think anyone. I haven't seen anyone, especially like Luke Shaw last season. Saka
got hurt.
tore him to shreds.
Got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt.
So for Dalot to actually perform so well against Saka was actually
Saka had a quiet
Rashford
game,
deserves
bro.
credit though.
Rashford did help as well.
He
But then
came out
Anthony as
defensively
well.
a
Like
lot
Anthony,
last
you were
Anthony,
popping Anthony down. Like I think Anthony still had a good game.
I think
No,
I think Anthony was
those-
yesterday,
this
man.
that
Flashes of
final
moments,
third,
innit?
man.
No, no,
I
bro,
saw
100%,
one
100%,
counter
I
attack.
agree with you.
I saw one counter attack.
But everyone
that's when
had
I
flashes and moments. Marcus Rashford had flashes and moments.
No.
Man United are a flashes and moments team.
No,
Man
but
United
listen.
don't sustain anything for 90 minutes.
100%. But if we want to be a counter-attacking team, yeah, like if we. So Man United have always been a counter-attacking team. Even when we played
Always.
when we played with Rooney, Tevez, and Ronaldo, we was blistering on a counter-attack. Yeah. But the difference is their quality in that final third is levels
They're
above
killers.
this team. They were like, it's unreal to think that
Even
now.
with Rooney and Van Persie up front, like it was
Even,
always-
even when we
it
had
was
Rooney and Van
always
Persie on that counter-attacking team,
But it's
always
not,
been a
it's not
counter-attacking
all
side.
doom and gloom because honestly speaking, bro, had that Garnacho goal went in, that was the perfect
Bro.
away performance.
Fair enough.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
So it was
It's
literally
millimeters.
by margins.
It's
Do you
millimeters.
get
No,
what
but
I'm
it
saying?
felt like-
Without
bro,
me
and-
sounding sour.
And also, bro, like
might have been a
you're
foul in
down
that.
you're down to your fourth and fifth choice centre backs.
Yeah,
Oh, bro,
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Speaking of
Like,
our
See,
fifth
that's
choice-
where you get a question Ten Hag though.
Speaking of our fifth
How
choice
are you
centre
gonna
back,
question Ten
No,
Hag?
no, bringing them two guys on, bro. You know they're.
There ain't no
What do you
other
mean?
option.
What
I know
option are you
there
gonna
was
bring
no
on? Are you gonna bring on Hojlund to come and play centre back?
Bro,
No, but
I don't get it. What
I
are you
think
gonna
the
do?
difference-
You can't go
the
end the
manager.
Are you
game.
gonna bring
You can't end the game with Maguire and Johnny Evans.
Yeah, bro.
I think he should have
You've
kept
got
in
a right
Lindelof,
to
even though he was on a
ride them
yellow.
out.
I think
Hold on,
Lindelof
hold on,
inside.
okay.
No, I don't think he
So
took him off
who
because
is
of the
this?
yellow
He's got a
card.
yellow card. He was on a card.
No, I know he was on a card because of
Whatever
the tackle
happened-
on Nketiah. I know that, but I'm saying Lindelof, he was hurt. That's what
I don't
I've
know.
read.
Martinez,
I don't know
Martinez
why-
was hurt.
So who would you suggest? Because
Lindelof is not leaving that pitch.
Yeah, for me, I don't think he should have taken a
At this day and
Lindelof.
age, 2023, you can't have to see out a game.
That's negligence at
That you're
its
trying
finest, though,
to that you're trying to
wallah.
come
I
back
agree,
into.
though.
Crazy.
Harry Maguire and Johnny fucking
You're bringing
Evans.
on fresh Jesus.
Now,
To be honest,
they
And you
didn't.
got
it didn't-
actually a man with a lot of brains, Gabby Jesus, coming at you.
I kind of agree with you in the sense that this game is not a game
It's
to
not
bring
them.
Johnny Evans on in your
Luton,
debut.
yeah.
This is not a game to do
I'm
that.
sure Lindelof was hurt, bro.
Well,
No,
that's right.
even if Lindelof is hurt,
Ride it out,
this
bro.
ain't a game to bring in Johnny Evans in his debut, bro. Like, do you get
Bro,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
listen.
'Cause-
If
That
Lindelof
Emirates
is
was
hurt
rocking.
and he can't carry on, who else do you bring on? What options
do
do you
something
have?
else.
Do something else.
But he was doing.
Did
these
you see
things
the
last
bench
season.
that you lot had yesterday?
Do you know last season
There was no other option. There was
no,
no
but
other
remember-
defender on the
remember-
bench.
No, but do you know last season, like he had Maguire and he was playing short at left centre back.
yeah, left centre
So
The options are not there anymore.
yep, but there's the whole idea of
You're
moving
down
stuff
like
around.
5 defenders, bro.
100%.
You're down
No,
two
no.
left backs. You're down what?
I know.
You ended the game down being down 3 centre backs.
Was Scott McTominay on the bench?
Was he on the bench? That's what I'm thinking.
Was Scott McTominay on the bench?
I saw he's
No.
played there for Scotland.
No, he wasn't.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Scott
played
was ill
centre-back
yesterday. He
for
said it
Scotland.
after the game. Scott was ill
ill
yesterday.
and Sancho was
McTominay
out.
wasn't on it.
No, but I
Sancho
would have
was
done.
left out. There's
I would
yeah,
have
yeah,
done
no,
that.
McTominay was
Scott-
unwell.
Scott McTominay and
Yeah.
Sancho
Bro,
were the two
Casemiro
players.
drops in there.
That's what I'm thinking.
I feel like
yeah,
I'll put
honest-
Johnny
honest to God.
Evans. I'm not
Honest
even
to God,
trying to
that's
fair,
disrespect.
that's
I
fair,
think
that's
Johnny
fair.
Evans is a
Honestly.
good defender, but Johnny Evans came on and he was only on for about 10 minutes, I would say.
Bro,
and he
looked
got
like was
toasted in
there.
that 10 minutes.
Retirement home, wallah.
Like he
No, no,
could not
I
get
agree,
close.
I
They
agree.
ran at him every single time.
He could not
They ran
get
at
close to
him.
Jesus
But
whatsoever.
again,
He
you
was
put
pressure
Casemiro
straws.
there. What other options do you have again? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's
I
like
know,
a
I hear what
do
you're
or
saying,
die
but
situation. You have no other options. Honestly
I
speaking,
hear what you're saying, but I feel like that, like Ademo said, that's not the right substitution to make, man.
I don't. Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
trying to figure out
it
what
was
options
kind
you
of
have, though.
forced.
I would have put Casemiro centre back.
I would have put Casemiro centre back.
I
and
would've
then
just-
bring
I would've
who on in
shuffled it,
midfield. You got Pelistri and that left on the bench.
So
Yeah,
So you're gonna put
I
Anthony
would've-
centre
I
midfield and
would've
put
done a
Pelistri on the
FIFA
wing.
thing, bro.
I'm looking at it. You got Hannibal. Hannibal. Maybe you can't trust.
You know what I
Hannibal
would've
to come
done?
like this.
Obviously, it sounds.
Sergio Reguilon. We're gonna come off for his debut.
Reguilon. No,
but
there
if-
ain't necessarily the most options. I can't.
Yeah, there's
lie.
no options.
So
Like, you have
I
no- you
can't
have no-
fault him for going with Evans.
I don't
but
know, man. I don't
at
know
the
if he was
same time,
injured. That's why I'm
I
banking
think-
off the fact that
But
you're saying he's
you know
injured.
what
I
I
don't
think
think
he's
he was
done that?
injured, innit? I think he just got taken off because he was carded. But like,
We don't get
anyways,
taken off in the 90th minute though if you're carded and that, bro. I think he came on like literally on the 90th minute, like maybe just before the 90th.
Might be,
I think he might have been on for Garnacho's goal, or maybe just afterwards. So it's not like you won't sacrifice yourself because I'm on a yellow in the last 10 minutes of the game. You know what I mean?
enough.
Like you kind of need to see it out.
See it out.
Fair enough.
You need to see it out. So I think he must have been injured in it. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I mean, it's very, very fine margins. Arsenal fans should feel like they got away with one.
Yeah, we got away with one.
And Man United fans should feel like, you know, like feel a bit hard done by. But having said that, had the game gone the other way, I would have said Man United fans should feel like you got one.
How could we feel hard done by when we didn't really create anything big?
Yeah, but for Arsenal,
But that's the thing. They didn't create anything big either. They had that big Saka chance.
Victor was ill and he had to come off. He needed to come off because
Aside from that big Saka
sound
chance,
I'm trying to say.
I don't think there was anything clear that Arsenal created.
Exactly.
And you also are the home team. Do you get what I'm saying?
But that's what the problem I'm trying to say. What the difference is they were off it by a mile.
They were off it by
and we played good, and yet they came out there with a 3-1 win.
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm trying to say?
They did.
You nearly had the I don't know why, as a United fan, I should be happy going to the Emirates and saying, well, we didn't play great and they didn't play great, but we lost the game and they won.
But this is my thing, though. I hear what you're saying.
You get what I'm trying to say?
You shouldn't be happy, but
No, I'm saying
realistically
for optimism
speaking,
is what I'm saying.
United lost 3-1 yesterday, lost 3-2 last season. We were way better than we were last season, bro. Yesterday's game and last season's game at the Emirates, we were way better yesterday, bro.
No, we
Way
won one
better.
game.
So
we won
if-
one game,
Huh?
and we won one game.
That was Old Trafford.
No,
We won
the Emirates game.
Oh, the Emirates game.
game.
Yeah, he
That
lost
3-2
3-2
was
when
deceiving,
Nketiah
bro.
scored right
That
in the
3-2
game.
was
Talking them that
deceiving,
game.
and this 3-1 is deceiving, but in a different way.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? But regardless, what's done is done, innit? Do you know what I mean? Also, you got 10 points from 4 games. I feel like the fan base aren't very happy though.
Of course, because the last season set unrealistic expectations for the start of the season. I think they had the third or fourth most points in the first half of the season ever last year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? They had 52 points. Was it 52 points out of in the first half of the season, which has only been done by like 2009 Man United and 2005 Jose Mourinho's teams. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It was ridiculous. It was never ever going to happen again. So you're thinking, we've got 10 points. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It was never ever going to happen again.
I don't think that's why they're upset though. I feel like they're upset because one, like the whole idea of Arteta trying new things and still like he's gone back to he was playing at 3 at the back and then he had Partey playing right back and all of that sort of stuff. I think that's frustrating them more. I feel like that's what's frustrating Arsenal fans
If
more.
they were going with their usual guys, their usual team, and they had 10 points from 12 and they were upset about that, it's more about, okay, maybe we're not the guys we think we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
you know what it is though? Like the football's just not fluid. Like everything last year was ticking like straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? This year, like him tinkering with stuff, putting Havertz there, Partey right back, it's just not fluid. Like I don't know what
You can justify him tinkering with it though, because like you need to find different ways of playing.
Exactly.
It's what makes Man City so dangerous because you don't know in what way they're going to attack you.
Arsenal
Man
aren't-
City literally
you know,
said,
Man City-
how we
One
gonna
at
win the
a
league?
time, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time.
They're
Nah,
trying to compete with that.
You
though.
like you need to understand. Like it's different when you're playing.
You know
probably-
Arteta's trying to be Pep though. We know that.
No, but look,
Trying to-
you're playing your best CDM at right back is atrocious.
But do you think he thinks that's his best CDM?
He should know that's his best CDM.
You should
No,
know.
he
but
spent 100
he
million
should know.
on someone
Yeah,
that
no,
he
but-
thinks is a
yeah.
CDM.
If he's
But
gonna
then
play
he's
Rice.
playing him by force. But then now you've
Well,
got the
Rice.
option. But Rice has to play.
Yeah.
He has to play in the
course.
setup. Someone that doesn't have to play, that you can
You can play
literally yank
Rice
out,
and Partey.
You can play
is
Rice and Partey.
Take
That's
out
what I would've
Havertz.
gone with.
You can
Tell
play
him,
Rice and
eat the
Partey.
bench, bro. He's had how many games?
You know what?
But-
It is?
come from
but
him.
if he takes out Havertz,
Yeah. You play 2 6s and you put
that's
Odegaard
still,
at 10.
that's still him tinkering with the system.
Yeah, but then at least
Right, it
that
doesn't
way,
change anything, does it?
that way, look, you can experiment with your
Bring on
midfield.
Jorginho,
You've
bro. It
got
solves all the
Jorginho
problems,
on the bench.
But
You've
even
got
solves
you've
all
got
the
the
problems.
VS.
Unless
I would have played Jorginho.
Unless you
solves all
put
the
Rice
problems.
in that 8
I want to see anyone
and
but
ask
Havertz.
Rice
Nah.
to do Chaka's role,
Nah.
you're tinkering anyway.
Nah.
I'll be honest with you.
can't do that.
So he has to tinker, right?
Listen, if Arteta is generally like, if the setup that he has is perfect, like the way he's got Arsenal playing, it suits them. You can see it's clearly working. The points that they've got in the last 2 seasons have improved massively from the last 3 or 4 seasons before. He should just tell the players, look, this is the way we're going to play. So either you play well in this system or bah, because that's the same thing that Pep does week in, week out. If certain man come in, regardless of whether he signed them for 100 million or he signed them for 60 million,
They're gone.
They're gone, bro. If they can't play the system, that's it. They're gone. They're kicking rocks.
Yeah, but
Do you
look,
understand?
last year, you man had always a spare man. Like whenever Arsenal were attacking last year, it was scary because there's always a spare man. It's like you man had 12 man on the pitch.
Yeah. Going
That's
forward.
how fast the ball
from
is
everywhere.
moving.
There was contributions,
Now
yeah,
because
yeah.
you've got Havertz playing in that awkward position, it feels like you're a man down.
Oh, really?
Like, exactly. That's how I feel.
Do you feel like is there a part of you that's happy that Havertz is fading?
they
Yeah,
finesse
wallahi.
Arsenal?
Wallahi,
Yeah.
billah.
finesse
I'm
Is
so
that why
happy.
you got so much vim when it comes to like?
Yeah, because no,
It's the only
look.
time you've spoken.
Like you're loving it right now. aren't you?
Yeah, I'm like, don't
To
get
be
me
fair,
wrong.
you've
I
been
want to see
consistent.
them.
You've been saying,
Yeah, I've been saying this
Havertz,
guy's dog
I don't know
shit.
what these guys are thinking. They're
I've been saying
dog
this
shit
guy's
was
dog
the
I'm
word.
not gonna
Dog
lie.
shit was the
I'm not
word.
gonna lie. I tweeted it when Chelsea signed him all those years ago. I was like, what's the point when you have Mason Mount in the same team?
Yeah, it didn't make no sense.
It
to
made
me.
no sense.
Even when we signed him, I said, "What the fuck are we doing with this, bruh?
It made
What
no
are we
sense.
doing with him? Where's he gonna
We
play?
don't
up
know
front?
his position. He's
We
a
just signed
hybrid.
Aubameyang. What the hell are we doing with my man?
Well, I mean, you're not doing much better without him. So
Well, I
that's
can't
a great
lie.
segue.
No,
into
we are
Chelsea.
doing
Great
better. We are doing better without Havertz.
You reckon?
Yeah, 150
Oh, so are we moving on to Chelsea?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's a
100%.
segue. I mean,
I'm ready.
we got a lot
I'm
of
ready
teams
for
to
the
watch,
call.
you know what I mean?
I'm
We're
ready
done
for
with
the
United,
call.
Arsenal.
Huh?
Can't hit me. I'm ready for the
No,
call.
no. I want to know what you think.
I feel like you get me. Michael Jackson's nephew up front. It's a brazy. Man.
Yeah.
I've never seen a striker.
He's actually been one of Chelsea's most decent players this season.
This is what's the scariest bit. My man has been one of our best players, and he has a nosebleed in front of goal. He missed the open goal on the weekend.
Nah, I saw
That's
it.
kind
I
of
know.
true.
Let's talk about the Nottingham Forest game.
Bro,
And
I mean,
respectfully, let's ignore that one.
I did look at the stats a bit. I saw 21 shots. I said, okay, Chelsea are trying to probe and
we
make
just
things
did
happen.
everything but put the ball in the back of the net.
Apparently, he had 2 shots on target, and apparently one of them was
Open goal.
Enzo from outside the box, and it went straight at the keeper.
That guy there has been our worst player this season. Enzo. Enzo has been our
That
worst
is
player.
completely
this
contrary
season.
to
No.
what everyone else is saying.
Legit.
Yeah, I don't
Enzo
know.
from the World Cup, the bread I saw in the World Cup, and this bread that I've got now in the middle of that pitch wearing blue, it's 2 different breads, bro.
one thing I
He's a
will say
shadow of
though,
himself.
I will give Chelsea some credit. I've seen some positive plays from Chelsea going
Nah,
forward.
Do you know what it is?
This is
Yeah,
where
a lot
I
better, 'cause-
agree, but it's like
Last season they looked really bad going forward. This year
There's a
I
little
feel like
oomph.
it's a little
know,
something.
you know.
They've got a little
There's a little-
something.
yeah,
I
about
feel like there's just no
Sterling seems
quality
like he's
there.
got
Do you know
his
what I'm trying to
nose
say?
like-
they've got.
I feel
They
like
look a
there's
bit
no-
bright.
there's no-
And bear in
Like
mind,
they've got the
our
right ideas.
injury
Poch
list-
probably has the
Yeah,
right
crazy.
ideas,
Yeah.
but it's just the quality is just not there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like the level of play. I mean,
Yeah.
you got guys like Mudryk and Noni Madueke, and you know what I'm trying to say.
I
You
mean,
got
listen,
They
I
signed too many man though.
meaty guys.
I'll be honest though, man. I watched some Chelsea games last season, bro. I feel like this is the same shit.
Nah.
Nah.
I feel like
because-
this, I felt
like
like
it's better,
last
man.
season. I remember watching specifically Chelsea against
Liverpool.
Aston Villa.
Oh no, I remember Chelsea was Liverpool last year.
And Chelsea just could not score.
Yeah.
And I sat
No,
down to watch
scoring and working the like
No,
they
they're
work the
creating
ball.
chances.
Yeah, now they look as if going forward they pose a threat. Like the Liverpool game, I saw some good movement. Raheem Sterling, Reece was going over on the overlap. The crosses were coming in. It's the ball's not going in the back of the
I
net.
don't
Last year, I swear to you, they looked like they
Yeah,
could.
last year there was
After
no-
the
Like,
halfway
what's the
line,
big guy, bro?
after the halfway line, they looked
Yeah,
like
it
they
was a
couldn't do
nosebleed.
nothing.
I mean,
They didn't know where to
what
be,
I would
what to
say
do.
is I agree with you in a certain sense that they've definitely improved from that one away game that I saw, right? That West Ham game. Because I watched that West Ham game live. Definitely improved from last season in the away performance, but obviously time will tell, innit, with more away games, innit? But I'll be honest, man, at home, I feel like it's just the same old stuff. Chelsea couldn't score last season. It's not like they weren't creating chances. They were creating chances
issue-
and they couldn't score.
Our
Nah,
issue has been,
last year
our
they weren't
issue has
creating
been we
nothing.
couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Anyways, so moving on to
Look
this
at-
Nothing's
season,
changed.
yeah, nothing's changed. We still can't put the ball in the back. We're relying on Raheem Sterling to just randomly turn up and just wash.
And you know what it seems like?
No, what's he gonna do for us?
the
That
ball in
guy's
the back of the net.
horrible.
Put the ball in the back of the
I'll
net.
still play. My man, Michael Jackson's
for
nephew.
me,
is
I
still
think,
look
I think Poch has got a difficult job. I think he
He
just has to
doesn't.
pick it.
I want Poch out. The whole preseason. Already I want Poch out. The whole of the preseason.
All right, let me ask you a question. Speaking of Poch, what do you make of this Chilwell left wing?
Bro, this guy's lost it, bro. This is why I'm screaming Poch out. The whole of the preseason, yeah, this guy had me excited. I was
was
excited.
cooking teams.
'cause
We're
of four at the
playing
back-
four at the
the
back.
back, yeah.
We're going forward. We're attacking. Season
I mean,
starts.
his argument is though that you do play 4 at the back when
We're
you have the
playing
ball.
5 at the back,
No,
bro.
when you have the ball, you play.
I've got 3 centre backs
Cole at
standing
left
right
back.
next to each other, bro.
To be fair though, Chilwell gets.
And I've
inside-
got Chilwell playing
is
left
getting
wing.
in the box.
What are we doing
like,
here?
What was it? The Fulham
His
game
decision
where he got
making
in
has
front
been
of
bad though.
where he got in front
He
of
gets
goal,
into them areas and he's passing.
but the right back's not getting in those chances because
yeah.
when they're in possession, Cole was playing as a left back.
Yeah.
And Chilwell plays as a left winger.
Yeah,
So-
because our original right back, the one that can do everything on the right hand side, who's our right back and our right winger, is currently.
no, I don't
injured.
think that's. I don't think that's.
It
What,
is,
I don't think that's
'cause
anything to
we
do with it.
rely
though.
on that right side so much because
Gusto's very good at
No, but
going
I don't-
forward.
We've got Reece James.
No,
James
but
has this
compared to Reece James,
special
no.
ability.
No, but I don't think there's
You can't-
anything
you
to
can't
do with
attack
that
like
because I think the issue here was
I think it's a very big
they were planning.
simplification of things.
They were planning to play Nkunku out there.
What? Now, Nkunku was
In
always
that
gonna
left-hand
go in the 10.
side.
He was always going to go middle of the park. He's going to go straight number 10.
You have no middle of the park. What do you mean?
No, what the original setup should have been was Enzo, Caicedo, and in front of them in the 10, you've got Nkunku. Then you've got Michael
Yeah, that's what
Jackson's
I was
nephew up top. And then on the wings, you can play whoever the hell you want because the goals are going to come from
No,
the
but
middle.
there's no explanation in why he's changed the whole formation then. If that's the case.
I thought Mudryk was gonna play.
I'm going to say it's
From
due
the
to
preseason.
Mudryk
Getting some meaty
so
minutes.
bad.
Yeah.
From the
5 minutes,
from
5
the
minutes.
from the
He's
preseason, I
so
genuinely thought
bad.
Mudryk was gonna.
They gave him
Yeah,
a number
tell
10
that,
shirt.
yeah,
You
Like,
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
Mudryk, he's got all the talent.
No, he doesn't.
He really does.
I'm not gonna lie, he's
I've
very low
seen
on confidence.
glimpses of this guy. This guy is very talented, but he ain't got this
IQ.
yet.
He's
He
just
ain't got
another
the
guy.
game
You know
management,
what
the position
Bro,
management.
there's one thing. I can accept all of that in it, but when I see Broski receive a 5-yard pass, miscontrol it, and then get a yellow card when you try to retrieve the ball on multiple occasions, I'm sorry, it's just
Yeah, but those things can happen, though, bro.
it can't happen, bro.
This guy is
No, okay,
It
bro.
happens. You've
If
taken a
confidence
shit
is
touch
low, cool, whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But receiving a
But did you
5-yard
kick ball?
pass and then consistently,
Sometimes he's a
either it's
baller.
going out for a throw in,
do you kick ball?
it's going under your foot.
Do you kick
No,
ball?
but sometimes
From time to time. Have you ever taken a shit touch? 5-a-side, 11,
happens,
7?
happens.
You
It
can't
happens.
judge a player,
Yeah, you
of
can't
course,
judge a
but
man off one shit touch.
What
It's
I
not
would
one
say-
shit touch. It's consistently,
No,
bro.
but what I would say
consistently in
is,
a
yeah,
90-minute
consistently.
what I would say is the kid looks talented, innit? But maybe the expectations that were put on him because of the price tag,
too
because
high.
because you're
What he was
forgetting.
doing in the Champions
No,
League
but-
against Madrid and that.
But Allah, it was
Yeah,
one,
but we're
it was one
forgetting.
half
Yeah,
of
but
one
we're
game.
forgetting.
Never-
Against
never-
Shakhtar
but
Donetsk.
he's-
It's
he's
true. You
talented,
can't
though.
take that out of
Come on,
context.
man.
But at the same time, he's come from the Ukrainian league, guys.
Yeah. That man
Surely
are
we need
walking.
to give this guy some
That man
time.
work a
Let
bit.
this guy.
So what's the excuse for what about Kvaratskhelia that plays for Napoli? He came from the Georgian league. He was playing for Tbilisi and them man there.
You don't know. You don't know if Mudryk will go bad up the Serie A. You don't know that.
Yeah,
Bro, the Serie A is
Not
another
only
walking
just the Serie A, he
football.
was battling up the Champions League as well. His first game was against Van Dijk and them man there. Bro, come on, man, we saw it, bro.
Mudryk did well in the Champions League when he was playing for
He played for
Shakhtar.
40. He had one good
He scored
45
three.
minutes
He scored 3 goals in that qualification,
Come on,
bro.
man.
3 goals
in the qualification against
yeah.
who?
Salad.
Real
Was
Madrid.
it Ajax. I think it was Ajax,
Come on,
wasn't
man.
it?
Real Madrid. I can't remember.
He scored 1 goal against Real Madrid and he scored 2 goals against the pot 4 team in that team.
So are we gonna compare?
I'm just saying, like this whole thing of he came from the Ukrainian league, etc.
the Premier
We
League.
can't use that. We can't do
Yeah,
that.
because
There's
Kvaratskhelia-
players
Guys,
there's players that
I
come from.
think-
all-
Talk about the Prem. Talk about the Prem then.
What do you mean talk about the
You
Prem?
said Kvaratskhelia, right?
I
I
think
didn't know how to
he
pronounce his name.
He would have been fan.
Yeah, Kvaradona. Kvaradona went.
He was Serie A player of the year
Napoli.
in his first year. He's 21 years old.
I hear that, but he didn't go to the Prem. So give me a comparison to the Prem.
That level is not that different, bro.
It's a
Kul-
very
Kulusevski-
high.
Whoa.
No, Kul-
Whoa,
listen,
You got man like Fabio
It's
Borini
not-
going there.
Man, like Fabio
Whoa.
Borini.
Stop.
Kulusevski couldn't get a minute against
Come on,
in the Serie A. He came to the Premier League and battered it up. What do you mean? There's
I
plenty
think
of
he's not
players
bad
that
enough.
do that.
He got
Tottenham
2
and
goals
Juventus
last
are
year.
two
He has
things.
not
Come
bad
on,
enough.
man. I'm not here to disagree with your point. I'm saying
Kulusevski's
in
got
terms
2
of the
goals.
intensity, you can't compare it. Whether the quality and stuff like that is up for debate, but the intensity you can't compare it.
You drink that
Kvaratskhelia, he'll get time
drink
to
that water.
to control the ball. He doesn't have man in his face every single time he gets the ball.
It's not.
I
It's
have to
not that.
disagree
It's
with you,
not
man.
that vast. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It is
You lot are
very
making it seem
vast.
like
hard it is,
bro.
yeah.
It's very
Watch it, how
vast.
hard
Bro,
it
I
is,
promise
the
you,
game,
Mudryk
bro.
wouldn't
Hold
be
on,
even
man,
nowhere
I got
near
this
as good
one.
as any of the wingers out
Wallah, I
there
got
in
this
Serie A.
one.
Not
No, but
once.
would he be
My
better
man,
than this?
Imagine
Huh?
Would
Dunk
he be
running
better
at
than
him.
this, do you think? Than what he's showing at Chelsea? Would you think he'd be better than that?
Who Kvaratskhelia?
No, Mudryk.
Oh, probably.
I don't understand
So-
why you lot
so
are
the
debating
league has-
about
that's what I do with
Mudryk
it.
and
No, I'm saying, you lot,
Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah,
I'm saying
wallahi.
the disparity between the two players, you can't just account for it by saying the league because the disparity between leagues isn't that different. Does that make
It's
sense?
very different.
No, it's not. Teams, league, there's so many different factors.
I
But
get that.
Having said that, if we come back to this in 1 year time, and Mudryk's actually
I promise you won't.
took it up a notch,
I promise you won't.
later on, like what would it be then?
I promise you won't. Then I'll own it. I have no problem saying
Star
it
it,
wrong.
star it.
anyways,
You man,
like-
star that.
Okay.
Book market, everything. I'll tell you.
What market?
What did you lot think about Caicedo?
Realist, what do you think?
He's a product of the Zerbi system.
He's wearing
Nah,
501s.
I feel like, yo, give him a bit of time. Let him get used to our system and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we have to remember though,
have
man.
to give-
Chelsea
No, it's all banter, innit?
Because
But
right
it's
now,
fire
sale.
right
player.
now, we've got a whole new manager with a whole new ideology of football, with essentially 11 brand new players.
basically.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's
Give
literally
Chelsea
what it
some
is.
time.
If we're gonna call it for what it
Basically.
is, that's what it is. But if we're gonna call it,
They
I'm
need
not-
some
I'm-
time. They need some time.
Give us some
That's
time.
definitely-
Halfway through the season,
But
recap.
obviously, I feel like everyone, no one will get any prizes for thinking that Chelsea need time. But Tottenham look like they've kind of. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
look
looking
at
at
we
Salah
didn't-
now because
guys, we didn't
Salah
even- we didn't
kind of
even-
alluded to Tottenham
we didn't even
looking
speak
like
about-
that.
Dempsey.
You said top four, but
I don't
I
know.
said I was crazy.
No, hold
We
on,
didn't
hold
even
on.
we didn't even speak about Nottingham Forest, man. They're doing well.
Oh fuck!
No,
I want you.
You're right. Nottingham
Problem.
Forest.
I'll
They've
be honest.
played
They
3
look,
away games:
and they look-
Arsenal, Man United, and Chelsea,
and they look-
they've looked impressive in every
impressive,
single one.
man.
We have to give them credit. Do you get what I'm saying?
They clearly have a game plan when they come to play certain teams, and they look like they're executing it. Even against United, they were unfortunate to go.
Yeah, we're home with no points.
Yeah,
But
so-
my thing here is that it's all good and well because especially like when you're trying to get to 40 points, the games against the big guys are like a free hit.
Yeah.
I want to see what you're on against your fellow counterpart.
Fair
Do you
enough,
get what I'm saying?
fair enough.
So I'll probably judge what they've done against
They're
Sheffield
gonna get even
United
better as well, bro.
more than
Ibrahim
the rest.
Sangari's a
Yeah.
baller.
No, they got some good
Partey
pieces.
too,
They got some
no,
good pieces
that's what
though.
I was
They
gonna
got
say.
some
My
good
man
pieces.
up
He
top
looks like
is
him.
a
I don't
gem.
know.
Yeah,
his
the-
ability, but
My
yeah.
man up top.
Ade.
Adeyemi.
Yeah, my man.
Awuni.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
call him
He's a
Ade,
beast,
fam.
bro.
I just call
My
him
man
Ade.
is.
Ade. That's rude. So.
He's so unorthodox. This
Bro,
man.
I was
Nah, he's actually
thinking,
really
I would
good,
take
man.
him Arsenal.
Oh my.
I want you.
No,
I'll
but
take him off the bench.
you're notorious for bring him to the carpet. Bring him to the carpet. Bring him to the carpet.
But bro, we
Everyone
don't
to the
have a
carpet.
striker like that, bro.
did it with
He
Ivan
wins
Toney
headers.
last year.
No, but he wins headers.
Bro, he
He's
does.
powerful.
This guy does it every week.
What?
Bradley, what happened to Bradley Barcola? What happened, man?
Might as well just get
that's
Mikel
my guy,
Antonio
man.
Bring
at
him
this
to the
point.
carpet.
We're PSG, bro.
Shirky, bring him to the
Might as well
carpet.
just
Everyone
bring,
bring him to the carpet.
might as well just bring Mikel Antonio at this
Speaking
point.
of Mikel
He's
Antonio,
big, strong.
he's been
No
on
one
fire.
mentioned Mikel Antonio. What
He just did
No,
right
I
now.
did. I'm saying Arsenal.
He
He
said-
just said like he's big,
Wow,
he's strong.
no, what did you say?
No,
I
he
just-
said
he just said he's big, he's strong. I said, bro, you might as well just bring Mikel Antonio.
exactly- I want- I
The
want
hell?
you-
Sorry.
Alright,
I
Khaled,
almost
say your
shot you
exact
down there.
words.
Go on.
You didn't say that. Say your exact words.
What did I say?
Oh no.
We're just gonna ignore it. He's big and black like Mikel Antonio.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even say
Okay,
that.
listen.
Know that.
I didn't
Alright.
even
He
say
didn't say
that.
that.
All right, go on, Mikel Antonio.
Crazy.
Mikel
Cancel
Antonio.
you.
Aye, West Ham. Ever since they picked up James Ward-Prowse and Suchek being injured, I think this
That's
worked out
shrewd
for them.
business. It's
Ward
definitely
Prowse,
shrewd
what a
business.
signing.
Fantastic.
Ward-Prowse has been.
They've been
just
really
the
good.
most
West
West
Ham.
Ham David Moyes player I've ever seen in my life. If
Well,
there is
he
one.
couldn't get any more David Moyes.
But don't get twisted. The West Ham were a decent side. Even last year, obviously they struggled a bit last year, but the season prior to that, I'm pretty sure they finished top.
They were like
Eight?
seventh.
Top
They
eight?
were
Top
seventh.
eight?
Sixth,
Top 8, so the
seventh.
quality's
Yeah.
always been
They
there.
were fighting
and
for
then,
top 4 at some point.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like towards the end of the
towards
season.
yeah.
They finished 7th. that
And then
season,
last year they were just going through a bit of struggle, but they won a European tournament. Like,
Yeah,
they're not a
yeah.
meaty side, so I'm
No,
not
but like-
surprised that they're.
Did you
doing
expect
so
them
well.
right now to be where they are in the table? First 4 games, did you expect them to do this well?
I mean, they're-
Jared Bowen's
But if you look
backed
at it game
himself.
for game, I would say, look, they're going to be in that game. They're going to be in that game. Whether they win or not, you can say that they're going to actually physically be there.
West
Shows
Ham
something, yeah.
realistically, they're good enough right now to be in. I'd say about 15 out of the 20 out of the 19 teams that are left over.
What? What do you mean?
Like West Ham, if it's West Ham against like except for 4 teams.
Yeah, they have a good chance. Yeah,
against,
they have a good
against
chance.
Liverpool, against Man City, against maybe even a United.
want to say
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
No,
He
Or,
doesn't
no,
want to say
I'm not gonna say
We
Arsenal.
cook
Even
them
on
all the time,
Tottenham,
bro.
them 4 teams, they're the only teams that they're gonna struggle. Everywhere else, they're
You
gonna
fancy
be in
them.
the game.
Yeah. That's
You-
the
okay,
the
but-
point I'm trying to make. He's right.
as well.
I
is a
feel like
problem.
that's not like.
But
I
if you
feel
look at
like-
their
That's why I
fixtures,
don't
though,
think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy that they're doing well because I don't generally see them as a bad team. Like they struggled last year, but I still think they're a
No,
very
but
good team.
okay.
And yo,
what
what
I was
about
getting to-
Newcastle, by the way? They
Oh,
look
Newcastle look
poor.
off it.
Apart from that one game, do you know the
Against
first
Villa,
game
yeah,
against Villa?
against Villa.
And Villa have turned the corner after
Villa,
that game.
I
And
feel
Villa
bad
looked
for them.
They
incredible.
looked poor yesterday.
No,
though.
I feel bad for
I
them
mean,
though, man.
it's
Couple
it's
injuries
Liverpool
and that.
Bare
as well,
injuries.
so-
Buendia, ACL.
I mean, they look
bare-
bad. They look
Bro,
bad. It's Liverpool
Bournemouth
tore
went
them.
there and caused them problems.
It's Liverpool. Sorry.
I said Bournemouth went to Anfield, caused Liverpool problems.
Yeah, no, of course,
so
of course. But,
I'm,
but you know when you
I was
get
a bit
early,
surprised to see a
No, I'm
3-0
saying
loss.
when you can see an early goal at Anfield, it's just a long day for
Yeah,
you. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
trying to say?
yeah.
You can see it in
I hear
the
that,
first
but
10
Villa weren't even looking
Watkins,
threatening.
Watkins hasn't been on job.
He hasn't
The
been. He's
Arby's
been
been
getting
on
chances.
And that's the scary part. Like they've looked pretty solid,
Yeah.
and a lot of their players, like either players missing through injury or players not being on form yet. Like, I think I had Villa finishing fifth personally.
No, they still have a decent squad
Yeah,
to,
yeah, yeah.
to
Of
challenge
course.
in games. I feel like them, I just feel it's a bit underwhelming from them because I think when we had the predictions, we said Aston Villa was the team to kind of,
Yeah, that might
I would
shock
say
them.
give
that
us
as well.
that West
I
Ham
would say that
feeling.
fifth.
Same as Newcastle, to be fair. I mean, Newcastle have kind of been aside from that first
Underwhelming,
game.
yeah.
But to be fair, Newcastle
They
have
haven't been
had
exciting.
Newcastle have had some tough fixtures. If
Yeah.
you like, do you get what I'm
No,
saying?
but, like, you know,
like
with
obviously Brighton, you really shouldn't be getting cooked like that by
No,
Brighton.
Brighton was the only one,
Realistically
but the
speaking,
other two I don't really because City they were in the game. They had a good chance when when Callum Wilson went through on goal and then he mucked up the touch and he could have played in someone. So
I think it was vice versa. I think it was someone else.
No, it was
playing
Callum- it was Callum
to
Wilson.
Callum Wilson.
and I'm pretty sure it was Callum Wilson.
It
went
was
in
Callum
there.
Wilson.
It was Callum Wilson.
It was Wilson.
Okay.
But
I know because he's a baller. Salah.
But yeah, I feel like obviously those 2 games are very harsh.
Liverpool
And
as
they
well.
looked like they were in the game. They didn't look meaty. Brighton was poor though, man.
Liverpool, yeah.
Brighton was very poor.
I mean, to be fair,
Brighton, they got
I think
touched.
it was at the end of last season. Brighton went to Newcastle and they lost 5-1.
And they lost
So
5-1,
it's like
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
those kind of teams, they'll just exchange home win for home win kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Machine for machine and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Easy now.
just cool.
Easy.
But like Newcastle themselves, I don't know how I feel about it because
But I
like,
told you this when we did the prediction things. I said I don't think Newcastle will keep that level of consistency as they had last year, especially now with all the tournaments that they're in, the squad depth. You can see that it's going to be difficult, especially when other teams are on it now, bro. Beginning of the season, you can see
had
teams
them
are hungry.
but none of that started yet though.
No, none of that started. But I'm
got
saying
Champions
this
League coming and
this
groups
this start already is not going to help.
Yeah.
But what would you have
That
expected though
argument
from
that I've made.
these 4 games? I mean,
I-
Aston Villa, Man City, Liverpool, and Brighton. That's not an easy start.
No,
it's
I'm
very
not.
difficult.
I'm
It's
expecting
probably
very
the most
difficult
difficult start of any team that
It
they've
is-
had in the
no,
league.
no.
isn't it?
I think
Expecting
they've
at
had the hardest run of fixtures out of everyone in the Premier League. I'll be honest with you, but I just feel like even a 1-1,
Yeah,
if
a
you
draw
nick
here, a
1-1
draw there,
or,
like you
or
expect
maybe
that.
you know what I'm saying.
I think they
Brighton, you should
They done well against City.
them
though.
4.
Yeah.
You can't give up 3 goals
And
to
Liverpool,
Brighton.
we really until now we don't understand how they never won that game against Liverpool. To be
Yeah.
honest, so I feel
It
like
was a sucker punch.
it's fine margins, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? Because if Harvey Barnes rolls the ball across for
Is it Wilson? I don't
Callum
know.
Wilson,
Yeah.
that's 2-0. That Liverpool game's dead.
Dead.
Do you get what I'm saying? And who knows what would have happened in the Brighton game? As a
But that's what I'm
result.
fine
saying.
margins.
Starting like this, like losing games to small margins and stuff like that. When you get to that January bit, you're gonna look back and think, these are the games that we could have
Possibly.
capitalized on.
Possibly.
and
I
maybe
mean, they've
points out
got
of.
got a good run of fixtures coming. So
Yeah,
I won't be
hopefully.
surprised if you start to see Newcastle rack
turn
up
the
wins,
corner.
innit?
Yeah, turn
But
the corner.
so far, I mean, it's been a difficult start, but at the same time, I don't know because he hasn't really changed his team as well. Like, you know what I mean? He's going with the same guys.
Harvey Barnes on the bench.
Harvey
every
Barnes is
game.
on the bench. Like maybe Harvey Barnes going. Maybe that's his prerogative, whatever. But it's like Tonali's kind of come in, but anyone would have come in, right?
Yeah,
for
Bruno
Sean
don't even look the
Longstaff.
same
No
player,
disrespect to Sean Longstaff,
Yeah,
but
Gomares looks
Yeah,
messy.
Gromares don't look the same
yeah,
player.
he doesn't look the same. I mean, Newcastle they
You know what it
got
is?
some stuff
I feel
to
like
sort out.
because you
innit?
added
You know
more
what I'm
quality
saying?
around him, yeah, his quality is not showing as much.
Yeah, Newcastle got some stuff to sort out, but
Spurs.
yeah,
Yeah.
Spurs is next.
Spurs. I mean, I did try to touch on Spurs a little bit.
Yeah, we moved on.
Bro,
far.
I'm not
moved
gonna
on
lie,
kinda
they're
quickly.
looking serious.
They
Very
look good.
I did say as well.
They
I think
look
Salah
good.
was-
Yeah.
I feel like
I had them in the
obviously
top 6.
You were alluding. You said it right.
Well, what did
There'll
I
be
say?
a better team without Kane.
Yeah, without Kane. Because you know before, yeah, they were doing everything through Kane. Like Kane would create the goals, come in short, play the guy forward. You know what I'm saying? But now they don't. They got so many different options like Kulusevski, Son. You know who's up front now?
Richarlison.
Is it still Richarlison?
No,
Who's
Son
next?
Son
Son
played
played
Son
front
played down the
last
middle
year.
the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
No,
obviously
they've got someone
that
in.
one's the way
Brennan
forward.
Madison.
Brennan Johnson
Madison's
coming
like
in.
creating.
Madison.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Solomon.
listen.
Bissouma looks serious.
No, Madison.
What?
Yeah, Basuma looks
The
amazing.
guy that you were cussing, Sar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Saar.
The-
No,
the-
no,
the-
Saar
guys,
came out of nowhere.
Because I
bro.
remember that episode where he
For
turned
me,
Italian.
for me,
and he's
Yeah.
got Pape Sar.
The-
No, but that doesn't make that doesn't mean they're shit. Because I said Højbjerg, I said they're not shit players. Do you get what I'm saying?
Not
to you?
even
but
the
Saar is
centre-back.
definitely the fact that he's starting
Yeah.
shows the faith that the
Guys,
manager's
I'm
got in
so
him.
glad that they got rid of the Højbjerg because the 3 players that have generally been absolutely outstanding for Tottenham is Bissouma, Madison, and that Udoki kid. Oh god,
Sar's
Udogie,
been
yeah.
stand out as well.
Udogie, yeah.
Another player that's come from the
yeah.
Serie A.
Udogie.
just ripped up
Udogie.
his
I
league.
thought his name
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
Udogi.
relax.
they bought him a
You have to
year
have
in
the real
advance.
hold
That's
on,
why
hold on,
you
hold
keep
on,
saying
hold on,
it,
hold on. It's 4
No,
games.
but-
Repeat that.
It's another kid that's come from the Serie A
had
and
no
is looking
tests so
absolutely
far as
incredible.
of
I
yet.
don't care.
He's had nobody run at him.
I want to see Tottenham when they play
Udogie.
against
Udogie. Who's
Oh, no,
run
No,
at
he's
him?
he's been
United,
fantastic.
not Man
Yeah.
United.
He
Chelsea,
Let
all them
Anthony
other
run at
teams.
him. Let any winger, an actual winger, run at him. Then we
Well,
can
we
chat.
had our chance to run at him, and he absolutely tore
He was
United.
playing
to
against
bits.
Anthony.
He's playing
He
against-
had a field day.
No,
against
but let him
United,
get
I'll be
a
honest.
proper winger.
He's a proper.
But for me,
we don't have like let him get a Salah. Then we chat.
There's like
I
that's
feel
the
like-
only one in the league.
That's
I
the
feel
only
like-
level. That's the-
Salah and yeah, okay, fair enough.
Salah,
Not on that
no,
level.
no,
Relax.
No, you never know.
Elise
Saka-
as well.
Saka's there, bro.
Saka's got enough
Man,
accolades.
I'm
as
saying
well.
not on that
I'm
level.
saying, he's talking about like a winger like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
There's only
yeah.
Salah in the Premier League.
Yeah, but
He's in a
underneath him,
league of
that
his own.
BT is like
Man,
a
then trying to
Saka.
put in that Saka thing. Relax, man.
Well, Saka's dead now.
I'm saying not on the nowhere near the Salah bracket of teams.
No, obviously he's
Come
not,
relax.
but he's only 21.
don't
bro.
mention Saka
But
when I say
in
Salah.
terms of
Saka
fearing
can run up
right
players.
wingers,
Absolutely, but
after
don't
Salah,
try to say Saka when I say Salah.
No, but he's saying
No, I get that. I get
different
that.
options,
To
innit?
toast the winger.
I get
Saka
that. I
can
get
toast
that.
the
But I'm
winger.
saying
Saka
there's
toast most left backs.
come with
bro.
respect in it. Mo Salah's a different kettle of fish, and it's crazy coming from me because I don't even like the brother.
Rizak's gonna love that one, bro.
Yeah. Rizak's
Rizak's
here
gonna
somehow.
love
They're
that
living
one.
vicariously through Salah.
But yeah,
innit?
now Tottenham from
told you.
Madison.
Come on, dog.
I've seen something.
Hopefully they didn't
This
catch that.
this Brighton game, this Brighton game, Burnley game, this Burnley game. Seeing Son up front now,
Yeah, fantastic.
it's actually quite scary now because
yeah.
while they've been playing very well in the other games, Son hasn't really been involved.
Yeah.
Now they're finding Son. It can be a bit dangerous now.
He's
Do you
good
get
in
what I'm saying?
behind. I
'Cause
hate
he
when
makes
he
mad because he was the one that used to make runs. It wasn't really
4K,
Kane that was
yeah,
making the
yeah.
runs.
He was
It was
making
him that's
4K.
making the runs.
That
So
in
if they
behind
found
one.
someone that can find Son's runs like that,
100%.
I mean, it's got the potential to be a bit of a mad one. I'm looking forward to this North London derby.
Yeah.
I think it's not the
might
next
be
game week,
spicy.
it's the game week after. This will be very interesting.
I'm not confident, bro. To be honest, like the way they've started and then the way we've started, but how we're playing, you know what I'm saying? It's completely
Wait,
different.
where's that game?
It's Ultra, it's at
think like
Old
couple
Trafford.
of
It's at
weeks.
the
Emirates,
the
couple
Emirates.
weeks.
Right, it's at the Emirates,
Yeah, like
That'll be interesting.
they look serious, man. They could score
So
4
you
5
can get tickets
goals
to that
in
one
a
as
game.
well? You can get tickets to that one as well?
This was
That's local.
complimentary.
That's round.
That
around the corner.
That one's bread,
Right.
man.
Huh?
That was
It
gonna cost me.
This was a
innit?
complimentary
So,
one
friends in high
Oh.
places. Fairs.
We don't get that cheap, man.
But yeah, Tottenham looking serious, man. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
they
want to
are.
see when they play all the big games, how they, pan
They
out.
haven't really been tested, to be
They
honest.
haven't,
with you.
but
I
United,
mean,
that's
they
what they
played. They played United, and if we're being
In
honest,
that first
right,
45
United
minutes.
didn't look great.
Yeah,
But in that
no,
first
but they-
45
first
minutes,
45
United could have been away.
Yeah.
United could have been away and gone
100%.
in that first 45 minutes.
But they were the better side. By
No, they definitely.
Overall, on the balance of things, but
half,
in the first 45 minutes of that game, United looked really, really good.
the second half, yeah,
And that was the last time you could see like United where like everyone was fit and that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
the second half,
Mount
Tottenham-
was getting into his groove a little bit. Shaw was getting forward a little bit. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Bruno was doing Rabonas and that, but Tottenham in the second half took over 100%. But in that first half, United
us
could easily
apart,
been 2-0 ahead,
2-0 up, yeah.
and that changes the complexion of the conversations that we're having.
And that's what we were
Rasmus
talking about
season.
earlier.
It's coming.
That's what we were
We're
talking
gonna
about
talk about.
earlier.
We're gonna talk about real quick. Hojlund manhandling Gabriel for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
talking about-
Gabriel weren't ready for the fight. That
Yeah.
Hojlund-
I felt like that was a. I felt like that was a pen. I felt like that
Do you
was
know
a
what it
pen.
is? Yeah, you see
What's
my
up with
man,
these Hojlunds and
Gabriel,
Hojlunds?
I don't understand him. I feel like when he defends, this man looks for a fight.
Yeah, he does,
Like
he
he
does.
looks for a
Yeah,
battle.
Very
Hojlund gave it
aggressive.
to him.
Hojlund
though.
gave him
My man
Hojlund
gave
gave
him
it
a
to him.
battle
though.
Yo.
and
I
just
feel like,
beat him every time.
He was thinking like,
I
it was
think that was a pen.
Which one?
The Hojlund
The one
one.
where Gabriel
Yeah.
wrestled him to the ground. I genuinely think that's a penalty.
Nah.
Nah, I think
It's
it's a bit harsh.
questionable,
I think
questionable.
that's a
Nah, I
bit
thought
soft.
that
I
was
think
So-
the reason they probably didn't give it because the ball got away from him. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think it's a
maybe.
bit soft
And he
as
kind
well.
of like,
It's a little bit, and he probably went down looking for it and stuff like that.
I thought
Nah, he
even
wrestled him.
he
He
didn't
wrestled
even
him to the ground.
Even he
no,
didn't
but
appeal
from
for it.
what I've
though. Like
seen,
no one appealed for it.
the guy looks serious.
I don't know. Call me crazy though, but I thought Johnny Evans got fouled for that Rice goal. Am I the only person that thought that?
You're
Nah,
the only one.
nah.
He
You know,
was the
They,
one-
they
he
were
was the one
tussling, and
fouling.
then he's the one that it was. If anything,
He
he
just put
fouled
his
him.
hands up like.
If
you know what I
anything,
mean? Johnny Evans.
if anything, Evans fouled him.
It was, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. Because I heard on today.
I don't
Dermot
think
Gallagher-
so, man. I think he was with Gabriel as well. Gabriel again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Gabriel. It was Gabriel.
I think Gabriel stopped him from closing Rice down, man. Rice had so much time. There's no explanation for it aside from something's happening here. Do you know what I'm saying? But maybe that's just me
Well,
being
it's
sour
just-
and
it's
I don't
just Johnny
know.
Evans.
Yeah, a
But
stronger hand from
maybe it's
Onana.
just Johnny Evans. I don't
Nah,
know.
but
You know what I mean?
It's
But
like, look, imagine a stronger hand from Onana and he tips it out.
it took a deflection as well.
Yeah,
took a
he took a
deflection.
You
deflection.
get what I'm saying? It's
There's
just
so
this
many
is what we mean
variables
by
that
fine
came in,
margins.
yeah.
The deflection of
Very
Johnny Evans
fine
as well.
margins.
It's fine margins.
That
innit?
got a natural offside.
I
I'm
thought it
not
was
gonna lie.
Maguire. I thought it was Maguire that came off.
Nah, I think it was Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans was the first.
It came
one
off. It came off
to-
one of them because they were right next to each other.
to
He
get
hit someone's
to-
leg, hit on Onana's hand,
I
went
thought
in.
it was Maguire.
Yeah, even if they were in very close proximity in it because my man was being held before he could get there anyway. But
Anyways, yeah.
even the Garnacho one, I mean, the manager thinks.
I feel sorry for
I'm
him.
not gonna lie, at that
I
moment,
personally.
I'm like, how have they won this game?
Yeah.
Because it was very like two games. It was a game of two halves, right? The first half we were on top of them. Second half, you guys were counter-attacking us. You know what I'm saying? You lot were on it. So, like, it should have ended as a draw. To be honest, if I'm being completely fair in it,
I thought so
but
too.
To take that
3-1 is
Garnacho,
flattering.
bro,
Very flattering.
When
3-1
Garnacho
is
scored, I was holding
flattering.
my head, bro.
Yeah,
I
very
was like,
flattering.
how have they got away with this?
That goal to me didn't make sense because I think like it was Saliba that was the last man, right?
Gabriel's the
No,
one
no,
that
Gabriel,
stopped the line.
Yeah,
Gabriel's
came
the one
backwards,
that,
Like
Crossed the
I've
line.
always said, Garnacho was fast,
He's rapid, bro.
but I was thinking, yo, this guy must have took some
No, but he came off the bench, innit?
heads or
It's
something,
fresh.
bro.
Yeah,
You
he's
know
fresh
the
though, innit?
That
the
little
performance
flick from
enhancement
Hojlund
thing.
as well too.
I said, my man's off.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Hojlund.
flew. He genuinely
Hojlund,
flew.
Hojlund had a good.
I think
canvas, bro.
Hoyland could
I don't want to see
potentially be
Martial
the
start.
guy
Bro,
that
nah,
they've
do
been
you know what I
waiting
think
for.
made him look better? The fact that he came on for Martial.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a guy who doesn't,
Oi,
bro. I'm not
non-existent,
bro. I was
Can't do nothing for
bro.
you,
I
bro.
was so disgusted by
Don
my man
doesn't-
yesterday. I'm not even a United fan like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I appreciate United. I
Doesn't
want
do
United to do well.
nothing.
He is so, bro. Do you know what the worst one is? Fair enough, if you get the ball and you're not doing anything in attack, bro, he will lose the ball. He will look at the brother. He does. He contributes nothing, bro.
Bro, it's like he's got beef with someone.
It's
They're
like
always
he's
staring at
another. It's very similar situation to Havertz. Because the fact that he looks nonchalant, it looks like he don't care.
Very lethargic.
No,
you get
but
what I'm saying?
Havertz, like, I feel bad for Havertz because Havertz like runs a little bit. Martial provides absolutely nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna-
know.
He doesn't run in
press, he doesn't
behind
press at
when he
all,
comes
doesn't-
in short for it, and that was another thing that killed a lot of
He
counter
can't-
attacks.
he
By the way,
can't hold the ball.
He can't hold like even the things he used to do well. He doesn't do well anymore.
Anymore, yeah.
And he's
You're
lost
right,
a yard
yeah.
of pace as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when you're injured all the time. To be fair, but
I feel, to be honest, you lot think I might be mad, but I feel sorry for Hojlund, man, coming to our team. I don't think he's gonna get the service that he deserves.
gonna
as
be
a striker.
frustrated.
No, I don't agree with that. You've
I
got the
think-
best chance creator in Europe. You've got
I
the
was
best
talking
chance
about
creator. in
Bruno.
Europe.
Oh, you're talking about Bruno? I thought you was gonna say our wingers. Our wingers don't cross the ball for shit.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about.
He's not gonna get nothing. Listen, the only way we would really, really use Hojlund, yeah, to his best of his ability, is if we give them balls in and out the wide areas. We're playing to our fullback. We're whipping in the
between the
ball.
lines, yeah.
Bro, there's no way you're gonna get none of that for
no,
Hojlund.
but I mean,
Trust me.
I
I'm
don't
telling
think
you, you
not
don't
crossing it
think
in.
I'm mad.
Yeah, Anthony's not crossing it in, and
Anthony's not crossing it in.
and
Rashford's not
Rashford's gonna
crossing
cut
it
it.
in, bro.
Rashford's
Bro,
gonna cut inside.
I know the guy 6'3" and that,
I
but
didn't
not
know that
not
quick,
everyone
bro.
that's tall
On the
can head
floor,
up.
no, not headers.
No, I'm
on
talking
the
on the floor, he's
floor.
quick, bro.
Even the Arsenal, you know when
That's
Arsenal
what the
create that
overlap-
chance.
That's what the overlaps for. Luke
That-
Shaw puts the
that's-
ball in the box.
That's
enough.
Luke Shaw.
what I was just trying to say. Like
Yeah.
that we wait for that fullback to go play it across goal. That Liverpool-esque type football and the tapping back post. Because if you watch Hojlund, if you ever watched him play for Atalanta, most of his goals were just
Near post,
back
far
post.
post, yeah.
and he just hit like he's hitting
I
them
know.
To
in.
be fair, look, Ericsson
Yo,
against
Bruno
Nottingham Forest,
salivating
same
though.
thing.
Finally, someone that's gonna run in behind for him, like as I've centre forward.
We
And someone,
we seen
and
a glimpse
even
of him.
even if he's not gonna run in behind, he'll just like fizz it into his feet, pop it back off. Bro, Bruno salivating.
They've got a few, man.
I rate
Ericsson can do
Bruno
that.
so high.
I don't know.
Mount to an extent can do
Mason
that.
Mount
What's
as
that?
well.
Just fizz it straight
Use
to
him
you.
as a wall.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean, Rashford,
Even Lisandro
Rashford will
Martinez
probably
from-
benefit from that the most.
Rashford is the
But having
biggest.
a
Hey, my
wall,
boy
that's
Hojlund,
back the ball off.
you should have went Liverpool, my boy. You would have been eating over
I
there,
can't.
man.
I can't
I'll
lie.
be real.
Aye.
You ain't eating over
Nah,
there.
man.
But-
Liverpool, what do you
They
mean?
got Nunes.
Nah, I'm being real.
Salah
He
does
would have
not
been
pass
eating.
the ball, bro. Salah will not pass the ball to him.
Nah, they scored.
neither does
I swear,
Rashford.
They scored the easiest goals, man.
Liverpool, they scored Tesco's for fun, bro. That Trent overlap square across the ball. Robertson just no panache, no nothing. My man just lacing the ball. Hojlund, you would have been eating at Liverpool, man. You came to the wrong club,
Bro, inside the box, that Salah guy does not pass the ball.
No, you're talking about one
He's
player.
looking
I'm
for that
talking about
finish shot.
Liverpool as a
system,
whole.
as a system,
They
yeah.
just mash the ball in the box. I see Robertson lash the ball.
Yeah, but it's not the same no
They-
more.
Huh? It's not the same.
no
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
Not the
obviously.
same no
But I'm
more.
just saying, my boy, you came to the wrong club. If you hear me, hear me. If you don't, you don't.
He's a United fan. Why would you go to Liverpool, bro?
No, I'm just saying, innit? If you want to use the boy to his best of ability, I think unless we start playing the right football, just
Are you
forget
talking
about
about
it.
now? Or
Yeah,
just
I'm
in
saying-
general?
I'm saying in-
Because if
in
he's here
general.
for 3, 4, 5 years,
Yeah, that could change. 100% that could change. I'm saying right now.
He's 20 years old, bro. Just turned 20 years old.
Yeah, he's
Definitely.
a young kid. I'm
Let
just
the guy
saying
live, man.
from what I can see, he likes to do. He likes to pin a man. He's good. He's good setting the ball. He will run into the space, get in behind, and look for that ball from either the wingers or the 10. We're not doing that. Wallahi, we're not.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Any other surprises? What Brentford? Brentford has looked quite good, man.
Good, man.
Without Tony, Mbomo and Wissa have
Wissa,
like
problem.
stepped into the role. Like they're actually looking really, really good.
I can't lie. I had a man there. Remember, I said they're not gonna top 8.
No, it happens. They might still not get top 8,
No, they
bro.
probably still
It
won't
can
get top
happen.
I
It can
don't
happen,
know.
bro.
They're looking alright,
I
you
still-
know.
I still don't think
they're
they're
learning
top
to
8.
play without Ivan Tony.
Yeah, I know, but
I
you don't
feel-
know.
I
You
feel
don't know,
top
innit?
10
Tottenham,
though.
innit?
Yeah, top 10. If you look at, bro, Man City, United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham,
Chelsea.
Newcastle,
There's too many teams now.
Chelsea.
Aston Villa.
Chelsea.
Sorry. No, I have Chelsea
Chelsea.
finished 8th or 9th, to be fair.
We haven't even spoken about Man City, man.
What's the
fuck
talk
them,
about? They're
man.
boring,
know,
bro.
bro.
Wallah, they're boring.
No,
bro.
but
boring,
the thing
man.
is,
Harlem
though,
Globetrotters.
no, but
Is there any
City,
point?
City
Wallah,
usually
Wallah,
start
boring,
slow.
Wallah.
City usually start slow.
Wallah,
The fact
City-
that they've gone and gone
City,
4 out of 4, and they probably might do more, just shows like
The levels.
they're really like
City,
out of everyone's league.
I saw,
You know what
I
it is?
saw- I
Because
saw-
of last year, how they started slow and then we were picking up points early. I don't think they're gonna risk it this year.
Did you not see what Kyle
What's
Walker
Kyle Walker said? He said something like that,
He
innit?
said something about last year. Look, we was like
Playing catch up.
playing catch up. This year, let's
They're saying pick your poison, basically.
they're trying to win it by April.
There's not really much to say on Man City.
You know,
really.
first game.
No,
of the
they're gonna
season,
win it from now till Pep Guardiola decides to leave. To be fair, like I mean,
And now
There's
they've got a
n-
speed
it's
demon
boring.
in Doku as well.
I mean, we
probably.
don't know, guys,
No,
right?
'cause-
what don't you know?
We're acting like-
No,
The way they started this
don't you
season.
know?
we
bro?
really don't, bro.
No,
What
we
don't you
but-
know, bro?
No, we-
what is it? Like, what is there not
I
to
know
know?
they've
fam?
won 5 of the last 6.
There's no
right?
team
Come
that
on,
genuinely
man.
looks like they can defeat them.
It was
unless
bro,
Miracle
I don't know.
happens.
If you
Bro,
watch
that
them or not.
Liverpool, that
The
Liverpool
first ever
team,
90 I've ever watched
yo,
of
that
them
Liverpool team
was
is one of the
against
best
Luton.
teams we've ever seen in the Premier League, and even
Luton
they
were
got
on them.
one league title off them. That Liverpool team was so well constructed; it was perfect.
Bro.
Yeah, but we're
and they
acting
got
like
one league title off
we're
them.
acting like though these guys haven't lost crucial players and haven't really replaced them.
And yo, bro, even though they've lost, no one's anywhere near them.
And
Yeah, but
now
they
what
were-
you
they
know
were-
I'm not understanding.
they were
is,
filled with
bro,
quality to the brim, man.
They were.
And
Now,
It doesn't matter. They're benched.
Nah, bro. I feel like Haaland gets an injury,
Yeah,
bro.
it's-
You
yeah.
can
and
compete
then you
with
got
these
Julian
man.
Alvarez.
You
who's got
got
50
Julian
goals this
Alvarez.
season.
You can
Come
compete
on,
with these
man.
man. I'm telling you,
Nah,
Haaland
bro.
gets an injury.
Wallahi,
If
bro.
Haaland gets
I-
injured,
bro,
they're a normal team. bro.
Listen, I don't agree
Impossible.
with them.
Even
Why?
if Haaland gets injured, even if
because
the thing is,
because
they-
Julian Alvarez steps in and he's absolutely fantastic. He's starting
So
every single
are
team.
you telling me Julian Alvarez will do Haaland stuff? Is that what you're saying?
But he starts for every other single team in the Premier League. He
Doesn't-
starts for
it don't
he
matter,
starts
though.
for Chelsea.
Is
He
he
starts
going
for
to
Arsenal.
No, but it
He
don't
starts for
matter.
United. He starts for
think so.
Tottenham.
It don't
He starts
matter,
for
though.
Liverpool. He starts for every
I
other
don't
team.
No, but it don't matter
Alvarez
though.
starts first.
Is he going to?
Over who?
All I'm saying
He starts off a
Hold on,
Gabriel
hold on,
Jesus
one
every day of the
second.
week.
One second.
He starts in Arsenal.
One second.
He
I'm
starts in
gonna
Arsenal.
ask you guys a question. Is Alvarez going to replicate what Haaland's doing for Manchester City?
Impossible.
Impossible,
Okay,
right?
But that's not the point. I'm
No,
trying
no,
to
wait,
no,
no,
okay.
Let me get to my point. Let me get to my point.
We'll get 35.
Let me get to my point.
Like, you're picking-
right? Even if he gets 35, it's a contest now, isn't it?
Not really.
100%. If they won the league by 5 years, 5 points last season, and Haaland
Robert was
scores
scoring
and Haaland
36.
scored 50 something goals in the league.
Last year, in my opinion,
Listen.
the fact there was a title race last year was an anomaly, and the anomaly is called the World Cup that was in the middle of the
I
season.
don't believe that, bro. Every year, Man City are in a race. I don't believe that, bro. I'm sorry.
Adema,
They've
Adema,
been
no,
great.
no,
They've won
Ayo,
5 of the last 6.
Ayo.
Only 1 year did they blow
Adema,
it out of the water.
Adema,
Bro, let me
Adema.
tell you something. The years that they were in a race, Liverpool getting 95 points and still. You think Arsenal will ever touching 90 points?
City, who said City are touching
Adema,
90 points?
Adema, I'm
They
not
don't-
gonna lie
they
to
don't
you.
need to. No one else is gonna get anywhere near
No,
that.
but exactly. This is
listen,
my point.
We bottled the league, bro.
Huh?
We bottled the league.
No, but
If
what
Saka
I'm
scores that
saying
penalty,
is
it's a whole different thing.
No, but what I'm saying is, in the last
Man
few
has won.
I'll be
years,
honest, we
right,
bought the league.
that City have won the league.
Aye, that was so
Please,
cute.
Oh,
That was so
If
cute.
my nan
If Saka
had
scores
wheels.
that pen.
Let me ask you a
won the
question.
league.
No, but I'm being honest.
In the last 6 years,
We bottled the league, bro. City
Listen,
never won the league. We
guys,
bottled it.
Man City won 5 of the last 6, right?
Yeah.
Every year that they've won, has there not been a challenger?
Yeah. It hasn't. It's never been
Liverpool.
convincing.
Liverpool.
So just the one season that they blew everyone out of the water, I think it was 17-18, where they were 100 points.
Centurions,
They
isn't
blew
it?
the Centurions 100 points. They blew everyone out of the water. That was their the first one out of the 6, right? The 5 out of
they left
6.
them, man.
Ever since then, they won the league by 1 point on the final day. If they're not winning on the final day, they win the last 5.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
Okay.
no
But-
matter.
but
wait,
I-
one second. No matter how good they are, they're always competing with someone.
yeah. Okay.
So
Exactly.
they're never miles and streets ahead for us to be sitting there saying after 4 games the league is done because funnier things have happened, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If Rodri never scored against Sheffield last minute,
No,
I'm just
no,
saying,
no,
bro.
no.
Oh, well,
I'm not.
so
No,
true.
but
Listen.
Wallahi,
they
it's
could
so
No, that's already happened. I'm saying I'm talking about the future.
No,
Bro, James written down somewhere.
You're talking about the past.
Don't get me wrong. They're the best team in the league, bro.
Aye,
But,
Jabril,
if
Jabril.
something happens or
Jabril.
Haaland gets injured or this player is missing, there's an opportunity there.
Aye,
bro.
Jabril.
Nothing happens, fam.
Let me
Make sure you come back every
Okay,
week.
look, we lost
Wallahi,
the league
Bilal,
by
he's
5 points.
miskin, wallahi.
With Haaland being fully
let me
fit for most
rebuttal.
of the
Let me
season.
rebuttal what you said.
Do you know what I'm
yeah?
saying?
Every single year they've won, they've lost key players. They lost Raheem Sterling at one point.
Sane at the same year.
They lost
Aguero.
Sane.
Lost
Hold on.
Summer. Sterling lost Summer.
They lost Raheem Sterling. He was a key part of their success at one point. So Cancelo went out last year. They've always lost key players. They replace it with quality. This season now, you're saying if Haaland goes, who's been Man City's best player? For the last 5 years.
Oh no, I
De
thought
Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Where is he?
He's injured.
Okay, they've lost the key player till I believe it's like halfway
January.
through
January.
January. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to feel it. They will be still the same Man City, and I'll tell you why. Haaland, you saying them taking out Haaland, will they become a normal team? They were, for 3 seasons straight, they scored the most goals as a team. They used to score almost 100 goals before they even got Haaland.
Yeah.
So for you to
playing
say,
false nines.
you take out Haaland, they're going to be a less of a team. No, they're going to find goals from somewhere. I'm telling you,
So-
this
But
is a
then
City
goes back
team
to the
that
drawing
is
board.
stacked
Yeah.
to the brim.
Yeah.
You have Foden sitting on the
Sit.
bench that's capable of giving you 20 GA a season.
Why is he
Havertz
capable of
to-
that?
Huh?
Why is he capable of
No,
that?
I'm just saying.
Have
I'm
you
just saying-
seen it?
No.
My question to
He
you
doesn't
is,
play enough.
my
But I'm
question
saying to you,
you
we had
is-
Mahrez coming off the bench last
Yeah.
year, and he got 10 and 10 last year. He got 20 GA last year in the
Yeah,
Prem,
yeah.
and he barely played last year. This is what I'm saying.
They'll
They're
find
stacked to
goals,
quality.
bro.
For
You'll
you to
find
say,
it.
for
Okay,
you
cool.
to say, oh, they've
They'll
lost key
find
players,
goals, right?
You take out those key players. I'm telling you, Man City will be good. They're
And
one
no,
team
no,
that
no,
are always
I'm
going to
not
be good.
saying- I'm not saying they're going to be
Bro, they're the
shit.
best run team in the world. And also,
Dempsey,
can
we're
I
on the same
rebuttal
page,
to
bro.
one?
We're not
Can I
saying
rebuttal one thing that you said?
But they still be the favourites.
You know how you said every year they've had someone getting close to them, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Bro, there's no other team in the Premier League that's even close to what that Liverpool team was,
Yeah.
and that was the team that was challenging them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm trying to say? Like this Arsenal team are not even they don't even get to half as good as that Liverpool team was. That's also one of the best teams in the Premier League that's ever seen. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what was competing with them.
Yeah.
Bro, Man City don't even need to be a Centurion team to win the Premier League now. No one's even close to them now, bro.
Yeah, but my point is City close to that?
Huh?
Are City
No,
themselves
my-
close to that?
They don't need to.
Can they do that?
I
Bro,
think-
I don't think they
don't
can.
need- no, but they
I
don't-
don't think they
think
got
they'll
in their
better
locker,
when they're
bro.
Sterling
I think
and
right
Sonny.
now,
No,
this season, I
They
think
don't
they're
need
going to
to
go
be.
for
That's what I'm trying to say.
99 points.
They don't need to be. The competition is nowhere near as good as what it used to be. That's my point.
Yeah,
Right, well, can I say something?
but
No, but
I-
it's like
I-
more
I agree
open
with
now.
that. I agree with that. They don't need to get 100 points. No one around is going to get 100 points. I don't think City, even if they wanted to get 100 points, they can get 100 points. I don't think they can.
But,
don't
but
think they can,
listen,
no.
you can say that, but then you in another breath, that team didn't win the Champions League. This one did.
100%. But this is why I'm.
So I'm
this is why I'm
saying,
saying
so
to
it's
you. No, but this is what I'm saying to you. If I never said, yo, this is a not a foregone conclusion. I'm saying if Haaland gets injured, best believe there's a competition now.
No, I don't think so.
Because you
No,
know
I agree
why?
with you.
Because you know why? Because
I don't think so.
Because first and
I still
foremost,
think
yeah,
they're the favourites, and I still think they're
So I
going to
think
go
there's
out
one
there
player
and
that if
do
he
it.
gets injured, they become less of a team, and that's Rodri, because they've got no one that can do what Rodri
Rodri does, yeah.
But bro, you take out Haaland,
They ain't
you,
got
you
no one that
create
do-
you create the same amount of chances for Julian Alvarez. He might not score a hat trick every game. He's scoring 1 or 2 every game.
there's no guarantee that they're gonna have. They're even gonna create the same amount of chances. You lot are moving like these man are the same man that were 3 years ago. Ilkay Gundogan's gonna come in April and start winning games for you lot. Riyad Mahrez is gonna go and score 2 goals against Tottenham.
But
It's
you
not the
don't
same guys
know
no more.
that. That's what I'm saying.
No,
You don't
now-
know that.
Hold on.
You say that
we don't
now.
know that. But what we do know
Bro, they're winning the
is
treble again, fam.
what we do know is Jeremy Doku is no Mahrez.
Of course.
What we do know is Mateo Kovacic is no
No
Gundogan.
Gundogan. Yeah, exactly.
What we do know is Kevin De Bruyne being injured for 4 months is definitely. Man are saying they're not going to feel it. They're definitely going to feel it. 100% they're going to feel it.
I agree.
Because
But-
they
but-
still have figuring out to do themselves already as it is.
I hear that, but
And
you
they're
see
still
what-
4 out of 4
What
when
I'm
it
trying to
comes
say
to-
to you. What I'm
4
trying
out
to
of
say to you.
4. West Ham got
What
10
I'm trying
points.
to say to you-
Liverpool got 10 points.
Grealish-
Arsenal got 10
We were
points.
10 out
Tottenham
of
got 10
11 or
points.
something, bro.
What I'm saying is they've won 4 out of 4, but they're only 2 points ahead of these teams that they're supposed to be competing with. They're 2 points ahead of
It's
them.
only 4
It's
games,
only
though. I
4
mean,
games,
like,
but that goes both ways.
But I
It's only
guarantee,
4 games for City and it's 4
guarantee,
games for everyone else.
I guarantee we're gonna do this in like November, December. We're gonna be like, fuck it. leave it
And
over.
my
Then you,
answer to you,
and you're gonna.
and my answer to you in November, December will be like, yeah, Haaland, bro, Haaland. I'm not saying Haaland is the difference maker. I'm saying
He
there
is.
will be a competition. I'm not saying City won't win the league.
No,
if
but
Haaland
right
is
now- right
injured.
now-
I'm not
I'm
even-
saying
Ademo.
they are in the realm.
Bear in mind that you're making all these hypotheticals just so other teams compete with City, innit? Haaland's probably not gonna get injured. You know what I'm trying to say? And they're probably
guy's a
gonna win the
robot,
league by
bro.
20 points. City.
I won't be surprised.
Can I
can't
say,
put that
can I
down.
say something?
Yeah,
It's been a while since I spoke, man.
yeah, I know, man.
Because we're
What's going
talking
on
sense.
here?
That's why.
What do you think is happening?
Oh.
Yeah, so boom, check this now. I feel like one thing that you lot are not adding to the mix is momentum and luck.
Okay.
Now, last year, there's no way Arsenal should have been where they were.
Yep.
What was that due
I was
to?
surprised about it.
What was that due to? Momentum and luck.
That's
It's
good
a
point.
competition.
Alright,
Anything
yeah.
can happen.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So for
I
you
want to see
lot-
where he's going. with it.
So for him to say, okay, let's say Haaland gets injured, they've got a lot of tinkering to do. Let's say it takes them 2-3 games to tinker that. Let's say they somehow
drop
decide
points.
to, okay, we're gonna play Bernardo Silva false 9. It takes them 2-3 games to figure that out. Let's just say hypothetical, yeah. let's say in those 2-3 games they've won 1 and drew 2. What's happened now?
So competition.
The competition's back wide and open. Now KDB's injured. Julian Alvarez stepped up. He's playing in the 10 now.
I just don't see them losing.
Wait, hold on.
two draws.
Alvarez stepped up. He's playing in the hole now. You've got a striker playing in the hole. No problem. Rodri's also stepped up. Now, let's just say one of those two get any injury. Or let's say a centre-back gets injured. What happens then? You can't sign
got like
nobody
six
down.
They
Like
ain't got
eight
the
centre-backs.
same cover for these man that they had.
Yeah,
That
but
they
ain't got the same-
another thing people are forgetting, yeah.
But
I think you don't need to score that many goals this
One
season.
at a time, one at a
Like,
time.
I don't think City's going to concede that many goals this year.
They've
Bro,
been
got-
conceding stupid
Bro,
goals.
they've got like 6 or 7 elite defenders, bro.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter though.
You
They
can't
had them
play
last
6-7
season.
man.
What changed?
That's not true.
What's
Who
changed?
has been added?
They added Gvardiol.
That's it.
So instead of 6 or 7, it's 5 or 6. What's the difference?
No, because they lost.
And I swear they're playing him
they
like
lost the
left
brother to
centre
the
back,
Arabian
left
League.
Yeah.
Huh?
Laporte.
They lost to-
Laporte.
yeah.
Bro, Laporte wasn't
guy
even
was not
playing, bro.
sniffing.
That
Yeah,
was
that's what
even
I'm saying.
count.
I'm saying like
Injuries
you
ruined
sub
them,
him
man.
in for.
Yeah, you can say. Yeah, I know what he means. You can sub him in
yeah.
on like a random game where, let's just say your centre back just picked
Bro,
up.
I feel like you're underrating Man City. Like,
I'm not like- no,
I feel
he's
like
just
I think
Man
the quality
City.
is still
We're
there.
not
I
even
genuinely think.
disagreeing, bro.
Who
I'm
did
not-
they lost?
yeah.
I
That's what I'm saying.
still think
You
Man City's
lot-
head and shoulders above
you
everyone
know
else,
what
with
you're-
or without Haaland.
They lost Gundogan and Morris. These are the only 2 players that I really think.
And
were
Mahrez
key to
wasn't
their
even
success.
playing. Mahrez didn't play the last 15 games of the season. He barely
Yeah,
got a
but
kick.
Wallahi,
When he
generally.
Do you know what's mad?
And you lot are moving like
He didn't come on in the
ain't
Champions League
they ain't
final.
got the depth
He didn't
to
come on in
cover.
the FA Cup final.
They
and
still
he
have
didn't- he
Grealish.
didn't touch the
Grealish
pitch
was
the last
arguably one of their
3 games
best
of the
players
season.
last year.
That's
man are
Mahrez.
forgetting.
You know what I'm
The
trying to
only
say?
reason why you can chat like this is because of their number 9, Haaland. Because of the
I
goal
can chat like
contributions
this
because of
before that
Haaland.
because I don't agree with
Haaland's, without Haaland's goals, where would they be?
Still win the treble last year.
They'll still win the treble.
Absolutely. Haaland didn't score in any important games last
yeah,
season. In the Champions League.
Haaland, was
especially.
Haaland not the Champions League top goal scorer?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, scoring
He
what
was.
6 goals against RB Leipzig when they in
You
one
take
game.
those 6 goals
Take
away,
those
they
6
might
goals
not.
away.
You might not
You
get
might
through that
qualify
round.
to- yeah.
You take those 6 goals away and it's still 3-0 in aggregate.
Let's say you
I thought they drew the
no, but
first
hold
game.
on.
They don't drew the first game.
Yeah.
Drew the first game.
Let's say they
No,
let's say they
people
finished
just talk
second
about
or first.
people
in
just
the
talk
final.
about the final. Sorry,
Yeah.
bro. The guy was top goal scorer in the Premier
is
League.
what I'm
The
saying.
guy was top goal scorer in the Champions
Champions
League.
League.
You take them numbers out. I'm sorry, bro. Alvarez
They're
ain't
not the
doing
same
that.
team, bro.
They're getting those goals from somewhere.
You're
It might
They might
not
not
be
get those
like-
goals from somewhere.
Oh, bro, I got
They
a
might
question.
get less than that.
Apparently he's not going to win
Remember
the
the first,
Ballon d'Or.
Sorry. Remember the first 5-6
can
games
win
of
it.
the season
Has
when
to.
Man City started a bit slowly? Everyone's like, "Oh, is it because now they're playing with a striker?" Like,
Remember
do you
that?
remember those
Yeah,
discussions?
remember.
yeah.
So if you take him out, they just go back to what they were doing this entire time. Play with that false nine.
You
I
can't
got
now,
an
though.
answer for that. I
You
got
can't
an
now,
answer.
though.
Play less direct, like just play around you as they normally do. It's just
I got an answer for that.
Please tell him we're going to hear
You're,
more.
you're absolutely right. They were asking those questions, but let's not act like Haaland never had 15 goals at that point.
No, but they weren't winning. They weren't winning. They weren't like
They
they
weren't
weren't.
What,
They weren't. They
what
had
happened to their
like, they had
5-6 elite defenders? What are we talking about?
No, they had
going on
they
here?
had a
There's
drop.
no Gundogan now.
No, they had a drop in terms of like they didn't have the 12 points that they have now and stuff like that. The reason why people were saying that is because they were going into games and they were drawing a bit, and like, Arsenal was kind of pulling away. Bro, by the end of January, them man were tearing teams apart.
No, you know what happened as well?
No, they were tinkering with systems and trying to find like they had a left back problem and things like this and stuff. All of those, yeah, that's all good and well. Haaland was scoring, bro.
Okay, but last
Haaland
year,
was the-
don't you remember they were
didn't he
saying,
get, like,
oh
3
well,
hat-tricks
they,
in a row?
I remember they were
when it
like,
hits January, yeah, they just go crazy, bro. They like, there's a
I'm just
period,
saying to you
between,
guys,
like,
yeah.
not December, like November, December, KDB don't play that much. Then after when the Champions League starts, he just goes nuts.
I'm just saying to you guys, they won the treble last year. But if you lot seriously look,
Because of Haaland.
Haaland was scoring goals and winning games that they might not have won all of those games.
They might have drew,
realistically speaking,
No, but
bro.
the point that we're trying to make is, even if you take Haaland out,
They
the
would've
gap
won the Champions
between
League.
no, I'm talking about now.
The goals
even
will
if you
still
take
count.
even if you take Haaland out, the gap between them and everyone else is so big that it won't even matter. Like
I don't believe that. And I'm saying I don't believe there's a big, there's a huge
Yeah,
gap
you
between
think
everyone
so?
else.
the season
Because
before
I don't think we're
season
going
before they
close. I don't
scored the
think we're
most
better
goals
than
and they
They're
didn't
not
have
the same
Haaland.
team.
But you take out.
They're not the same team. Raheem
52
Sterling's at
goals.
Chelsea.
You're not gonna be the
Gabriel-
same team, bro.
Gabriel
Should I
Jesus
compare-
at Arsenal.
should I
These
compare-
men that you're naming,
Listen, I'm gonna-
they're not there no more.
Listen, I'm gonna
Who are they
compare.
doing?
Should I tell you
Doku's
what?
not gonna score 12,
should I tell
13
you-
goals.
Should I
bro.
tell you what it
Be
is?
honest.
Should I tell you what it is? I'm gonna use Lahi. I'm gonna use Lahi. Yeah, I'm gonna use a basketball analogy. Yeah, wallahi, they literally remind me of Golden State Warriors when they just added KD. It's just like you already have Steph, Clay.
that's a good
You already have
analogy still.
the
Wallahi,
team that
wallahi,
scored the
great.
most goals the season
All right,
before.
so what
bro.
happens? What happens
They
when you lose
scored the most?
Steph? And what happens when you lose Clay? What happens when you lose these people? Because Kevin De Bruyne is not
Clay's
here.
your Gundogan.
He's here, but he's not here.
But you're just
Gundogan's here, but he's not
No,
here.
but now you know what you're doing now.
KD
You're moving
alone
the
will still
goalposts
win you
every single
games.
time.
That's
No,
the
no,
point
I'm
trying to
Talking
make.
about his analogy.
No, I get that, but but what's the chances that every key player is going to be missing at the same time?
It's not
Bro, it's not
real.
about chances or whatever. I'm saying Kevin De
No, I'm
Bruyne's
saying
injured for 4 months.
do you know what it is? You're doing every single hypothetical to make it seem like Man City are a worse off team.
No, I'm asking one thing. What happens if Haaland gets injured? Doesn't matter about anything else. Everyone else could be playing.
We've
it's
answered
a
that question.
competition if Haaland is not there. 100%. That's what I'm saying to you because it's been a competition. Even when they were winning all these league titles, it was still a competition when Haaland went there. When Haaland was there, it was still a competition, but Haaland's goals propelled them. I think the evidence is here to see that
31.
there's always competition. We don't think they're that good.
I genuinely believe they won a Champions League due to Haaland. He was the difference maker.
Yeah, no, 100%.
He was a big difference maker.
100%. But who's to say that? Only time will tell, innit? Maybe these guys are right. Do you get what I'm saying to you? But I think there's more to. We have to rate the other teams more. My hard to say City are just above and beyond because then they should be winning every single competition every year. No, they're really not.
They've won every domestic competition. Like they've won 90% of domestic competitions in the last decade, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think
like
that's the
FA
case, bro.
Cups, League Cups.
I don't think City's this is their first FA Cup in years, bro.
I think the team with
I don't think they've.
Sane and Sterling and Aguero was better than this team.
No, but that's a different
No,
discussion.
it's a different discussion, isn't it? But I'm just saying, you're acting like they're not catchable.
No, I'm saying, bro, we're not going anywhere. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
We're
here.
Should we just leave it as City are a fantastic side?
They're fantastic, yeah.
We're not disagreeing.
Regardless of whether they have Haaland or not, they're a fantastic side. And regardless of whether they're going to be very successful this season, they're going to get 80-something points minimum, I believe.
Yeah, they should do. They should do.
So I think we should I
mean,
leave it at that.
I'll
could
go
be
as
here
far
all
as
night.
saying I don't think anyone else is going to get 80 points this year.
We could be.
I don't think anyone else is going to get 80 points this year.
I've got them winning the league, so yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come, inshallah, we'll come back to that, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? And then you can explain why 3 teams made 80 points. Or
That's
why,
fine.
or I can explain why no teams made 80 points. It's one love. You know what I
At
mean?
the same time, you could win the league at 85.
Brother, you're not winning the league.
No, I'm not.
He's trying to make every scenario of him to
No,
win it. You're
I'm
not
just saying other teams.
No, I get it.
I got another team that's doing quite decent. Crystal Palace doing all right. I don't know if you've been watching Crystal Palace.
Berucci.
Crystal Palace is it's very weird with Crystal Palace because apparently, like, obviously Hodgson looked like a step back when they recruited him.
Yeah.
But, like, when you look at the stats and that, like, apparently they've taken, aside from Manchester City, this all conquering Man City,
They're on 7 points.
They've taken the most shots.
Yeah.
And faced the least shots since he's joined the club, which is quite impressive if you really look at that. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's like,
Is Zaha still there?
no,
Zaha's
he's in
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray.
But yo, that's a formidable
But
team, you know.
they look like they don't
Pretty
miss him.
solid team.
But what
They just
is
signed
really
Ndombele as well.
happening here? What is he doing? Because, bro, he left for a reason, bro. You know what I mean?
I feel like they've always had the quality.
Yeah.
I genuinely think they always had the quality. They look, when you look at the Elises and the Ezes and even the Zaha last year and then Gallagher for a period when he was on loan to them, they looked very good going forward. They've always had quality. I just feel like it never translated because, one, they never had a good coach. If you gave a lot of those players to another coach like a De Zerbi, let's say, they'd be probably in that top 10,
six.
top 8 because they got some
7.
quality players,
But
man.
weren't Vieira a good coach?
Yeah.
I think that was like his first, like,
It felt like
proper
it was
main
his
job,
first
innit?
proper job.
Like I was in New York and stuff.
Do you know what? Nah, he was in Nice, no? He was in
No, but it
Nice.
felt like it
Yeah,
was his
Nice,
first
but
proper
he was
job.
in New York, Nice, and then come to the Prem. That's his first.
I mean,
saying Nice not a proper job.
Me personally, I think no,
it's
but
not really.
what people
What are Nice doing, bro? They're not getting you Champions League.
what people tend to forget, Crystal Palace had a crazy run in
Yeah.
to the point where my man got sacked. Right?
Yeah.
I think they played the whole top 6. They played like Brentford, Brighton.
was hard done by, man.
They had one of the most difficult runs in that period. And my man never got to see the end of the tunnel. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
exactly,
saying?
yeah.
Hodgson walked in to Wolves and I wouldn't even
Nottingham
say
Forest and
Brentford, Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Southampton. He
Yeah.
walked into those games, but Vieira was grafting and grinded against the Man United, the Man
And
City.
he's playing well.
Man United twice.
He was playing
Man
well.
City.
Fine margins,
I have
you
to
know.
give it to him. He's playing well.
To be fair, they never took
he
a
was.
shot on target in 4 games, right? Now, if you ain't taking a shot on target in 4 games, that is damning evidence. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think the brother was given a fair chance. So this is what I'm saying. I don't
we
know
never are
if
given a fair chance, you know.
I think Roy is that, like, he's an older guy. He's got a lot of respect when it comes to his career in Crystal Palace. He's got these young guys are probably more disciplined. They probably come in trying to prove their worth, saying, "Yo, look, like Gaffer's gone, Vieira's gone. they liked Vieira.
Yeah.
I used to see a lot of training videos and they liked him. Listen, our brethren got sacked. We've got Roy now, who's a bit more of a senior manager. Let's come in, get our head downs. They look like they really turned the leaf. Well, because this year they look on it, man.
You know, they passed the torch to Eze as well. Like, he's taken over that, like, Zaha role. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he looks serious.
Creative demon. That guy is very
Getting
good
picked for
going
England
forward.
now got called up.
I mean, they're doing all of this
They're on the up.
without Elise as well. Elise is injured, right?
Yeah, Olise
Yeah,
They're doing all
but they
this
managed
without
to
Elise
even
as
lock
well.
him down. Like that was good from
Yeah, that didn't make no
From-
sense.
No,
Chelsea.
I think it's just to get a higher fee from next summer.
That didn't make no sense though. Like
I think it's just to get a higher fee from
they
next
made
summer.
He's
the
going Chelsea, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then he just signs a new deal. Like you don't really see that very often.
I feel like he probably didn't want Chelsea, so they come to a little agreement, sign his contract, we'll sell you next year. That's probably somewhere better. for
Had
a
it been
higher
City,
fee.
then maybe he
you
might
know
change
what
his
it is?
mind, right?
It wouldn't have been a guaranteed start. They got bare wingers.
Yeah, that's probably what he looked
Yeah,
at. Is
that's
he
what-
probably
yeah.
thinking, yo, like I'm
Mudryk, by the
staying
way,
in
all
London.
you guys.
I'm literally going down like Crystal Palace to Chelsea's just down the road. Like these men are gonna offer me more bread, and on top of that, I'm gonna get probably a better move to a different club. Like he probably looked at Chelsea's situation and said, yo, they've got like 7 wingers. Where am I
yeah,
fitting in?
this
You
is
there?
don't know
really
if
it.
you're gonna start week in, week out.
This ain't really
Yeah,
it.
these lot are offering me more money than I'm on now to sign this new contract. I'm gonna guarantee starting every single game, and I'm probably gonna get the move that I want next year if this doesn't go well anyway. So
No, yeah,
Looked
no,
at it like
I,
no-brainer.
no, I hear it still. It
Yeah.
probably makes sense. Anyway, just to like close up on that, is there any surprises that
Yeah,
you lot have seen?
What do you guys think of Ansu Fati's move to Brighton?
That's a surprise in itself.
we didn't even get to talk about Brighton, man.
We didn't.
We
We
never.
didn't. I mean, you can. You got any? What do you think?
Where do you
Who
think
do
he's
you think
gonna
of
play? Because I'm a bit confused. Because Mitoma's on left.
You don't know where half of these guys are going to play, bro.
And
To be honest,
Cecil's
I don't
the
know
10,
what
but
is
he's injured
happening.
currently.
I don't really know what's happening because
might-
You know,
Move
if there's
Mitoma
one
in the
manager
middle.
that can make it work, it's Roberto De Zerbi.
Not even that, man. They got Europe. They got Europe this year. You
Europe
don't need
as
to
well.
deep that. You
They've
know
got
what I'm
a
saying?
good
Bringing
group
in.
as well. I can't remember the teams, but they got.
Yeah,
good.
so bringing in someone like Ansu, who's played in Europe, like international player, like that's not a bad addition to your squad. You can't go. That's a no-brainer.
it's a
You
coup.
can't
like-
It's a
go.
coup, bro.
2-3
Like
years
they
ago,
shouldn't be
it's a shock.
going for
2-3 years
Barcelona
ago.
players like that.
Yeah.
2-3 years ago, you would have never thought that.
Whether-
It's because he had a bad ACL injury.
I
He
didn't-
hasn't taken.
I
you know,
wouldn't have
the next
thought
step.
that
They've got the balls to go for
Last
a Barca
week.
player.
that they will
Yeah.
that in itself,
Yeah.
or even Barcelona even letting him go, even if it's temporarily on loan, or even that.
I feel like if any other Premier League team had come in for him, Barcelona wouldn't have accepted it. It's just
apparently they
because
offered him
I
to
don't
Chelsea,
know.
they offered him to Tottenham.
I feel
offered him to a few
like it's
teams.
because the Brighton thing just makes so much sense. You know what I'm trying to say? They play a similar style of football, possession-based team. So maybe if he can improve and develop at Brighton, he can just go straight back into
I mean, he
Barcelona.
needs game time.
Because
Is it a loan?
I think the
It's
key
a dry
was.
loan.
Yeah, it's a
I think
loan.
the key was it's a straight loan. I think that's why Tottenham wanted him, but Tottenham wanted an option to buy, and I don't think Barcelona were interested in an option to buy. So Brighton were cool with we get a Barcelona player, yeah, it doesn't matter. Give us anyone, give us
No,
the
why
dinner
not?
lady.
Why
We're cool
not?
with that. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's a no-brainer for them.
So
Suits
straight
the style
loan,
of
it's a
play,
no-brainer
innit?
for them. Suits their style of play. It's a coup for them, and plus they got the player in their hands, man. Ansu Fati was supposed to be the future, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know
we
what I'm
got
saying?
given,
Another
we got given
Italian
that
coming to
10
the
shirt,
Premier League
bro.
and show you Lawagwan.
Yeah, another African descent, right?
They're a bit
I was
up and
talking about
down.
De Zerbi, to be fair, but it's the Italian I was talking about.
Spike Lee.
Oh,
I mean, I
They've been
don't-
up and
don't
down
really
this
give a
season, though, man.
Huh?
Brighton, the performances.
No, but
Yeah, they look-
I feel like they'll plateau
You
somewhere.
want to talk about it, Callum?
I feel like they'll plateau somewhere. I feel like they'll
Yeah,
get to
they'll get
You
to
wanna
I
talk
think
about
West
it?
Ham kind of
The
showed
guy
the
you had on
blueprint a
your
little
FPL
bit.
team.
Evan Ferguson, man.
I think West Ham kind of showed the
17
I saw you
blueprint.
last in the.
Hmm?
I saw you last in.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you lost.
He's
Yeah.
he's dead last.
And you had Haaland
You're not
captain.
talking about the
and
FPL,
Everton.
You know what it is? I had to make up
We don't
for
wanna
the
talk about
weeks
who's
I had
first in
before.
that, innit, right?
Crazy.
Huh?
I got
You don't want
19
to talk about
points
who's
this week.
first in that, innit?
Who's first?
The
Big
host.
dog.
Oh, swear.
Yeah.
I'm second still. I'm like 2 points behind you still.
Come on.
Yeah,
You reckon?
Yeah.
It's 2 points.
I had
Oh,
a
I
mad
mean,
like back-to-back weeks, so I'm just trying to come back. I'm gonna be back though.
I'm pissed off as well though. 'cause
50
We
It's
had
only 50.
Ferguson in it on your
Yo,
bench.
only
I'm
50
Yeah,
points.
I was
pissed off
You know,
because
50
because
points.
I'm
2
only
weeks
20
ago,
behind.
I was like, you know what?
And I don't even
I
do
took
it.
out Ferguson. I brought in João Pedro. I'm pissed 2 weeks ago, and he scored last week. He scored a hat trick this week.
I'm gonna come back though. Don't worry. By January.
Anyway, but we'll talk about Brighton, right? I feel like West Ham might have given the Premier League the blueprint of what's going on here with Brighton, because I watched the game, right? And obviously, I mean, Areola played very well. He wasn't really like, he made a few, I think 9, he made 9 saves. He definitely had a job to do in it, but West Ham were kind of worth their victory at the same time as well, even though Brighton had bare shots.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like when West Ham went, they knew exactly what they were doing. They
They were
specifically
attacking for
targeted
with a
that
purpose.
right back area,
Yeah.
right? So they had Ben Rama that was playing out wide on that side. Ben Rama caused them multiple problems, bro. And all their good work was coming from that left-hand side. I think they broke it down the match the day afterwards. And it was just like everything was going from that left-hand side, that Bowen scored from that left-hand side. The original break for that Antonio goal was off that left-hand side. Everything was just coming off that left-hand side. And maybe other teams might follow this
Exploit that,
blueprint
innit?
because they don't really have a fullback out there. You know what I mean? Brighton. They have, if it's not
Estupinian's
Milner, it's
bombing
Gross.
down as well.
If it's not Gross, Veltman should really be the first guy. And Estupinian bombs down the other
bombs down,
side.
but he's best
Yeah.
fit.
So it's like
But he's a
they
very good
leave
left back.
themselves open.
They need to get a solid.
I feel like they're still
fullback
missing the other centre back to partner dunk.
I remember when Tariq
Lamb.
Lamptey was playing, they was doing decent still.
Yeah,
Lamb-
I think he's
Another
got
failed
injury
one-day kick,
problems
man.
and
Yeah.
went off the boil.
Yeah.
But they have Webster, don't know. They bought a centre
No,
back
but
as well.
Webster is not as good as Colwell.
They bought a centre back as well, though.
Cole was a big loss for them, man.
A Brazilian named
Huge loss.
Igor.
Huge loss for them.
And they got one other
How
brother,
interest-
Van
how
Heck
interesting
or
is
something
that?
like that playing for
Yeah,
them.
but he's a youth, though, innit?
He is a
Basically,
youth.
innit? But yeah, I mean,
No, I think they're still going to be about this.
They looked absolutely fantastic
Yeah,
at
bro, they're
Newcastle,
a good
though.
team.
we need to remember as well, they've lost a lot of players.
Yeah, they have.
Right now, obviously, we previously made the point that they usually bleed their replacements in already, or they usually have them waiting. But it still needs to take time to, you know what I mean? To
It's hard
adjust
as well.
and all that.
Like you can't go out and do a Nottingham Forest and get 10 signings every summer. Like clubs want to do that,
It's
but
not
it's
the
not
Brighton way.
They
It's
make
not,
smart
and it's not
signings though,
feasible.
man.
Do you know what
They
the
do.
worst-
They do
what-
make smart
big
signings.
clubs are- PSG have just signed from that transfer window. They signed 11.
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably BSG's best transfer window.
But they
were
had
actually
to get rid of a lot of
smart this
people as
window.
well.
but they've signed
Oh,
the
that pace
whole
is
11.
frightening. PSG's pace is
No, I'm not gonna lie,
frightening.
it's their first smart summer.
No,
I'm
is
gonna say
it,
players
is
that
it
will
me
make
or
sense.
it's like
They're building for the future.
long story short, they started listening to Mbappe because
basically.
they got rid of the
runs
Brazilians
the
and the
club.
Argentines, brought in his French brothers and that. I saw a video of like there was like bare of them. There was just 2
Busting
million.
banter, innit?
Yeah, just walking
To be
there
fair,
was
to
bare
be
of
fair,
them.
they're preparing for
saw
life
Fabrizio's
after Mbappe
one.
anyway. To be
Bare
fair,
on
You
the
think so?
staircase.
yeah, 100%. Like
I think-
Kolo Muani,
Imagine he turns around and
Dembele,
signs a
Gonzalo.
contract.
There's
I
no way.
won't be surprised if he
I
turns
won't be
around and
surprised,
signs a
bro.
contract now. I
Such a
think
diva, I don't even like
this
the brother
was
no more.
just
No, I think
a
he's
whole
gonna
ploy.
see how. I think he's gonna see how Champions League pans out for him.
I think this was a whole ploy.
The guy runs the
yeah.
club.
Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't know, but I think this is a whole ploy to get Neymar and Messi out of the club.
Could be.
With Messi, it's like it was almost expected, but with Neymar, it was like, who's signing this guy?
You know what it is? Mbappe's got bare ego as well.
Yeah,
He wants to
Mbappe.
be
I'm
the
not gonna
guy.
lie. Did you see the Neymar interview where he was like for me and Leo, it was kind of like hell. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Nah.
I seen
Neymar said,
it on the
yeah.
timeline.
And everyone and then it was like hell and in quotation marks, just
Yeah.
Mbappe. Basically.
Mbappe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No, he's talking about how bad their time in Paris was, innit? And it just makes sense, innit?
yeah, I mean, Mbappe does look like a little bit of.
No,
a-
but what do you think
of a
of the
diva.
signings? Like,
no, the silence.
I think they
great,
made some
but-
really good, like
bro.
Lucas Hernandez slots in really, really well.
Yeah.
They still got Nuno Mendes that hasn't played yet. Ugarte looks like he's going to be a good player for them.
Ugarte looks decent.
Barcola,
And then you've got Gonzalo Ramos. We
Their
haven't even,
centre-back.
we don't even talk
Gonzalo, I
about
forgot
like
about him.
Gonzalo Ramos,
that. Kolo Muani, Ousmane Dembele in his more comfortable like country, slower pace.
Habitat,
Like he can destroy. He can do whatever he wants.
is going to be frightening. Bro.
It's just going to be
Especially
Send
vibes.
a free
That-
transfer. Milan Skriniar. You should.
Milan
I don't know why you
Skriniar
never
as
said
well.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Milan
so
Skriniar.
they look like they're doing well.
It's still got Kimpembe, still got Marquinhos.
Yeah, they look
Like,
like
they've got a really like
the
they
nucleus.
they
They
finally
beat-
it's not do you know before it was just get stars everywhere, David Luiz, Thiago Silva, Marco Verratti. Although they're very, very good players, now it's like they're building some sort of an identity. And bro, they've had the biggest upgrade of anyone is getting Luis Enrique to come in. You know what I'm trying to say? As coach,
yeah,
that's a massive
I saw a
upgrade.
video of him the other day screaming at Donnarumma when they went to score their fourth goal because he didn't put the ball. He didn't play from the ball out of the back, like on the floor. He must have kicked it. They scored the fourth goal, and Luis Enrique just got
Mad.
ballistic.
It's
on the
against Leon,
sideline.
innit?
Yeah.
The other day.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
a guy,
I'm not
what a
gonna lie.
coach.
If that's what it's gonna be, Donnarumma's not staying there for long because Donnarumma can't play with his FIFA to save his life.
Yeah, he was pissed off, and they scored.
too
Like
lanky,
he's going mad, and they're scoring. But I said,
I feel like his fall off has been crazy, but it's a conversation for another day.
All right, so yeah, it's definitely a conversation for another day. I want to ask you guys, if you lot were to put the first few weeks of the season in a sentence, what would you like? You can talk about. You don't have to talk about 20 teams in one sentence, but like, what have you taken from the first 4 weeks so far?
Premier League. That's just the Premier League. Like it sounds mad, but the Premier League, you never know.
Yeah,
what
you're just
to
using
do.
the
what's
name.
gonna
Like,
happen.
you know what I
No,
mean?
but I'm saying
I'm
that-
going to say something completely opposite to you. For
Like
me,
the-
it's going as expected.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I don't think so. I don't.
If you look at 1 through 20, it's going as expected. And we predicted the top 8, and it's all going in a similar way. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Tottenham to do sort of well, Newcastle to not have that.
No,
grip.
I didn't expect West Ham to have 10
West
points.
Ham.
Yeah,
West
You
Ham-
get, you'll
West Ham
get.
was surprising.
It's
I
the
didn't-
first 4 games.
I
You'll
didn't-
get
I
like.
didn't- I
So, I mean,
didn't
for me,
think-
nothing has surprised me.
I didn't think Brentford.
What
would
surprised
be-
me is how quickly Tottenham have adapted and how well they're playing. Even though we
Yeah,
expected
from
them to do
game
well,
one, bro.
I didn't expect them to be playing this brand of football this quickly. But
Yeah.
everything else is
Entertaining though.
yeah.
Definitely. No, it's definitely entertaining. I mean, if I was to put in a sentence, I'd be like, where's all the defending gone? Because you're not seeing many clean sheets.
Yeah, you're not.
You're just seeing
The
goals upon
counter-attacks
goals.
is nuts.
And the goal, and it's like, I think, like, for example, Saturday, City won by 5.
Tottenham won by 5.
Tottenham won by 5.
Brighton 1 by 5.
Brighton won by 3, I think it was. Newcastle 3, right?
Yeah.
Brighton was the week before, I think.
Right,
We're
Brighton
seeing
won
a bag
5.
of goals every week. We're seeing a bag of goals.
A bag of goals every time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Liverpool 1 by 3.
Liverpool, yeah, you know what
And
I
there's
mean?
not
Man
many
United,
clean sheets, you
Arsenal's
know.
4. There isn't many
Yeah,
clean
bro.
sheets. I think
would
if
I
they
sum it up?
they said over the
No.
whole game week,
As in,
only
Someone scoring bare and then the other team scoring one.
Liverpool
I'm trying to think of what would I sum it
and
up with.
only 2 teams kept a clean sheet. Liverpool and I can't really remember the other team that kept a clean sheet, but only 2 teams in the whole.
Yeah, bro. This
thing
week,
kept a
innit?
clean sheet.
It's all Liverpool, I think.
One thing I
I
will
think there was
say,
the second team on Saturday. I
One
think there
thing
was
I
a team
will
on
say,
Saturday
though-
that kept a clean sheet. I can't remember who it was.
when I said to you like, it's Premier League. I'm seeing so many teams.
West Ham. West Ham conceded last minute.
So many teams are not sitting back. They're going after games. Like even the lower side teams that the Crystal Palace, anyone you can think of that finished in the last 10 last year. Bar from
Nottingham
obviously
Forest.
the 3.
Nottingham Forest. There you go.
Bar from
Yeah,
bar
who
from
you
the
lot, yeah.
You know that?
bar
Was
from
that
the
the Friday
He
game?
knew that as well.
Hey, 7-1, man. You laughed at me,
yeah,
right?
what? Do you know how to define the season as so far? Ben Rama lost his goal to Digger D.
Oh, again.
And on that note,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Which proves anything can go on.
Did he really?
You didn't know that?
Mad.
Anyways,
But there's fans
Yeah.
on the sideline telling him, you lost your goal to Digger D.
Do you
Wait, I
know
swear
what?
it was the other way around.
To be fair, no, I
Nah.
think it was Diggity. But we've been waiting for you to say something controversial.
Yeah, I thought it was the other way around, bro.
I thought it was the other way around. I
She was
swear.
with Ben Rama.
She was
I
with
know
Ben Rama.
whoosh.
Nah.
I heard
Diggy D,
Other way
bro.
around.
I've seen stuff with the crowd telling Benrahma you lost your goal to
Yeah.
Diggity. So
I
I've
saw
seen
it
that.
on the
I've
shade
seen
bar
that.
like this was like a month ago. I
I've
was
seen
thinking,
that
"Rah."
still.
I don't know.
That's the only way I could define the
But we'll
season.
wait for that for the whole episode,
Yeah,
really.
come on.
So I'm kind of surprised it took so long. But anyway, Jabs.
hey, we can't condone that because if it's false information, you know what I'm saying. So disclaimer.
But, find me on Twitter. Come sue me, man.
Disclaimer.
What's your
Whatever
yeah.
realist thinks is his
I
thoughts,
don't
not
even know,
ours,
you know.
and not any of the views of the pod.
Bruv, we all share the same views, bro.
No, chill out.
Wallah, I'll say something mad.
Nah, I
Don't
really
play with
don't.
me.
Okay.
Wallah, I'll get us cancelled right now.
On that note, Jabs, Khalid, Salad, Realist, thank you guys. Thank you for today.
Take care, guys.
You guys, anyway, we're gonna try to make sure that we're gonna be as consistent as we possibly
Look at
can.
football summaries.
We've taken little L's and that, whatever, but we're back. We're gonna try to be as consistent as we can and just try to put more content out there. Like, comment, subscribe.
Shout out to my man though. He came on a group chat yesterday and stuck it on everyone.
Come on, man.
He stuck it on everyone.
let's
For
get
you,
Man,
lot,
I'm
for you
making it
lot.
sound like though,
Let's
like I
get
haven't been
working.
trying to chat, but no one's listening to me,
Let's
bruv,
get
you know what I mean?
working, man.
I've been available for a while as well. You know what I'm trying to
No.
say? I've been putting my name.
Get all of that, man.
Timing
Let's
and
start
that.
working.
Yeah, we've got all
I'm
that.
trying to
Yeah,
say,
we've got to
obviously-
work on that
We've got to
anyway,
do
but
that, man.
like,
What
comment,
can I-
subscribe. You know what I mean? YouTube and that. We're on the Instagram. We're on the Snapchat. First.pics. Like Twitter as well, obviously. So
Shout all my Caribbeans as
you
well.
know what I
man.
mean. We're gonna start be flooding content on there anyway, so you can obviously interact with us and all of that. Realist,
my
you want to
outro.
leave one last thing before we go?
My outro. I come
No,
on.
no.
What?
Anything else?
Now let me just do my outro.
Alright, do your outro.
Come on, first picks. In outside, never inside. We're here.
You have to remember it.
What?
You meant.
Can't
Anyway.
be starting.
Come now.
Aye, first picks. You know where we at. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the thing already.
Done now.
I doubt anyone is here. At this
Shout
point.
all my Caribbeans.
Nah, you
man.
know what it is? They actually look forward to it.
Bro, it's been 2 hours. Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.